Oh my god. Because I restarted my computer without shutting down these programs, guess what happened? My OBS settings, my Streamlabs settings did not save. My emulator settings, for I was going to play Link to the Past with, did not save. Wow. Note to self, don't do that. Shut down your programs, then restart your computer, bro. Oh, man. How am I going to... There we go. Desktop audio. Okay, we got that back at least. Taco Pete, thank you for the Prime. And my camera is still not working. I think my capture card may have died live on stream. I don't know what else is going on here. Toggle full screen. Assigned. F. Boom. Assigned. Boom. Why isn't it working? I'm pushing F. Did it not save? Input. Hotkeys. Who's that? Shock 057. Thank you for this. The Prime. Toggle full screen. Assign. F. Boom. Okay, that works. Yeah, dude, my camera. It just, like, stopped. I'm, like, trying to enable it. It's still on. If I turn my camera off again? And on again? That shouldn't do anything. It's my capture card, bro. Action Hank. Great to be back. Having some technical difficulties with my cam. It's not my camera, though. It's my capture card. What a complex thing. Maybe I should just go get my old freaking crappy webcam from, like, back in the day and hook that up. I'm trying to enable my camera. AverMedia Live Gamer HD2. It's active. Boom. It's not working. Wait, where is it, though? Wait. Hold on a sec. It's not showing up. Wait. I may have figured something out here. I don't know how to work this program. When I click on the camera... Man, I'm getting technical here. If you've never streamed before, I'm sorry, but when I click on, like, everything else, like my Charl pick, which, like, is right here, boom. When I click on it, I see it, and I can move it around. But when I click on my camera, I don't see anything, and I can't move anything around. So... Man. So that's a clue, right? I need to make a new source. Okay, I'm going to delete this source. Like, say goodbye to it. Or wait. Can I just, like, mess with it? Let's see here. No, I can't. I don't think. Okay, new source. Let's try this. Come on now. We're going to go video capture device, because that's what my capture card is. Yes. Add source. Camera. Add new source instead. Camera in all caps. How about that? Because this is going to be a better one. Okay, it's still showing black screen. Why is it? Yeah, it's still like just a black. This is so weird. It's like it's not there. It's like it won't let me have it. Charles, you know. Hey, you know what? This stream is called SNES and Chill. So, we're just chilling. We're chilling, guys. What's up? Hey, guys, what's up? It's not disabled. It's literally activated. It's activated. It's literally the only device I have. Wait, capture audio only? Wait. Oh, man. We're getting into stuff here. Custom. Boom. Yeah, it's like it's just not there. The cam was working before, yeah. Like if you're showing up new, sorry, but you missed like my camera freezing. It froze in like an epic post. Someone posted it in Discord, I saw. So what happened was like the camera just like froze, and you guys were like, your camera stopped moving, and then it stopped moving. And then so what I did was I like deactivated it and then like activated it, and then that didn't help. And then I restarted my entire freaking computer, and that didn't help. And my camera is good. Like I could literally press record and record myself right now. I'm like watching it happen. My camera was working. So that's, yeah. My camera's definitely working. Unless my camera stopped sending the information to my capture card, that could be a thing. But yeah, like cables are plugged in. We're good there. I don't know, man. I've never had a capture card go bad. It could be the cable. Did not expect this to happen live on stream. Anything else you can plug into the capture card to test? I mean, I could go get my Nintendo Switch and plug that in, but that would take... I don't feel like doing that. Believe it or not, the cat on the screen is not smooth and grooved. You're correct. What a bummer. Why would that happen, though? They didn't want you to see me. Oh my gosh, my chat box went back to where it was. Sub goal went off. What's the sub goal at now? 77. Wow, dude, a lot of you guys subbed. That was really nice of you. We were down to like 29. Like a year and a half of inactivity. Well, we got a couple options here. Since I am at a loss with my capture card, I could continue to mess with it, plug my Nintendo Switch in it, see if that does anything. Or we could just not cam it up and, you know, do that. Oh, wait. I have another camera I could plug into the capture card to see. I'm going to do that. That'll be easy. Sorry, I had to run to the other room to grab this camera. And we're going to test it out. We're going to see if it works. I have to plug this camera in. My goodness. If I just like had a normal webcam, that would be so easy. Like I used to back in, you know, the old days of streaming. Wow. Power supply. Okay. Wish me luck, guys. I'm gonna figure out where the HDMI goes in. Okay, there we go. I'm plugging the HDMI from my cam. I'm plugging it into my cam recorder. My old one from 2016. Okay, turn this bad boy on. Do I remember how to turn this thing on? There we go. Okay. Boom. Okay, this camera is on. Working, just like my other one. I can see myself. And... is it working? Nope, it's not working. Okay, guys, so it's my capture card. It's either my capture card or the cable. Because this cam is 100%. I'm like waving at you guys. It's not working. Okay. Definitely not my camera. Figured that out. You guys like this technical difficulty stream? Okay. Well, I actually do have another HDMI cable. Should we try the cable? I'll go grab the cable. BRB. We're gonna see if it works. Okay, I hope this is fun for some of you guys. You know, we eliminated the camera issue. It's not a camera. I have my old backup cable. Bought this thing in 2014 to try to stream with my good camera back in those days, but cameras weren't up to the task yet. Took a couple years. Okay, so I'm gonna have to plug this bad boy in. Bear with me. The back of my computer is like a place that you don't want to go, but I gotta go there. So wish me luck. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm a little far from my mic, but I'm going to be reaching behind here to unplug. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's dusty back here. So there's my capture card. I haven't messed with this stuff in a long time. Okay. Plugged in. I'm not gonna bother routing this cable sensibly. I'm just gonna see if it works. Just gonna see if it works. Hey, thanks for the 5 bits cheer. A whisper in the dark. You're a whisper, it's fine. Alright. Here we go. Let's turn this camera back on. Alright, plugging in the new cable. Right now. Okay, it's plugged in. Nothing. Nothing at all. Dude, I think it's my capture card. Try to create a new source. Whew. This is rough, guys. I'm gonna try to create a new source just in case. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's just black. Alright. Well, I think that pretty much solves the mystery. It's my capture card. Why would my capture card just, like, die? I haven't done anything to it. It has been plugged into my computer for the past 2 years. So maybe it's just, you know, done. I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay. Well, that's good that my camera's not bad. And the cable's, well, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't expect this to happen during the stream, but hey, you know, who expects anything to happen at any time whenever it happens? Sometimes things just happen. Well, yeah. So what's up, guys? You know, I actually have 2 capture cards. One of them is for my drum streams. It's in that computer. I think it's like a crappy old one, but it works for drum streams just fine. So if I wanted to, I could go rip that one out of that old PC, put it in this one. That's the ultimate test. Did I restart or shut down? I restarted. Yeah. What's up, new people that are showing up? It's been an adventure. I think my capture card died live on stream, which is super strange, man. Welcome to new people. You know, I have my old crappy webcam from like 2013 when I first started streaming. I have that somewhere. I could just plug that in, and we could have like a nostalgic webcam from like 2013 era, 2014. But the problem is I'm gonna have to find it, because I don't know where that thing is. It's an ancient relic. I don't think I ever threw it away. Save your emu settings first. I'm good. I'm not going to shut my computer down without saving my OBS and emulator. No. Oh my gosh, it's snowing. I'm going to do a quick look through and see if I can find that old webcam. Because I have no idea. Can you guys still hear me? I'm rummaging through my closet right now. You know, looking for my old webcam. I really don't know where I put that because it's been so long since I've seen it. You still hear me a little bit? I don't know where I put that thing. It's been years. I definitely didn't throw it away. Because I was like, maybe I'll use this for something else sometime. What's up, Zaisu? What's up, Eirik? But yeah, technical difficulty stream. What do you know? You take like a year break from streaming and then you have technical difficulties. Luckily the stream's working fine. My internet's great. That's all good. But I tried to find my camera. Dude, I have no idea. I moved studios since the last time that I used that webcam. It's probably in a box somewhere. I'm gonna go AFK for like 1 minute. I'm gonna go look in my hallway closet and see if it's there. So I'll be right back. I don't know where it is, guys. My ancient camera. It's somewhere. I definitely didn't throw it away. Well. I haven't, like, live streamed with a camera in forever. And then the day that I decide to, it's like, oh, don't do it. Huh. Well. What's up, guys? What's up, Julio? How you doing today? Seen some other people joining. Man, I want to find that old camera now. I want my capture card to work. Quests. I have quests to go on. Let me just do that some other time, because I don't want to, like, make this stream me trying to fix technical issues the whole time. Maybe I can just chill and chat for a little bit. God, I want to find that camera, though. I can't believe that capture card stopped working. Just out of nowhere. Rest in peace. You know what? Charles holding the corner for me. Charles holding it down. He's giving you guys the kitty eye. Well. What's up? Man. What a stream it's been already. So much has happened. And I only started streaming like an hour ago, right? Or was it 2 hours ago? I don't remember. What's up, Frizzle? Kind of prefer no webcam anyways. Well, that's good, because I don't have one right now. It's more chill without a webcam. Like, That's one of the reasons why I didn't stream with one sometimes. But it's fun because you guys can see my expressions and it feels like a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm so nostalgic for that old webcam now. I wanna hook that thing up and see if it still works. Cause that was my original webcam that I streamed on from like the early days. It has such an old look to it. Someone suggested to try shutting down instead. Well, we lost like 100 viewers last time I restarted. Not that I really care about how many viewers, but I don't want to like kick more people off just because I want to like restart my computer again. And what if it doesn't work again? See, I don't know, man. I'm at this point where the universe is saying, hey, you turned on your camera for like an hour, and then we turned it off. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Whatever. Restarting it may have kept the power to the card on. Yeah. Could be. Who knows? Charles is good. Get your stream in and worry about the cam afterwards. Well, it just feels anticlimactic to like to stream with a cam and have like a visual conversation with you guys for like an hour, and then that just shuts off. You watch your channel since 2013. Yep, 2013 is the camera that I'm talking about. But I want to work. I want to hook up again for old time's sake. But I can't even find that. Wake up every morning and I drink green. Hey, I was talking about that earlier. I actually wrapped it. Back when my cam was on. What's up, JC Kicks? Some of you guys are showing up now. I did start streaming it like an hour and a half ago. It was pretty early. But I got up early today. Tell the universe to cram it. Good to hear you. Well, that's good. At least my mic's still working. Some people do use their phone as webcams. I've heard about that. I don't even know how you would tell your computer to look at your phone as a webcam. My computer always looks at my phone as like an external hard drive when I plug it in. Been 5 years? Yeah, damn lucky. You've been around a long time. Been around a while. You were around in the days when I started that Vengeance WoW community. Burning Crusade. And, because I remember we were playing and you were kind of scared to play with us because it was like a private server. But I do remember you back in those days. That was 2017. Phone as a webcam. I mean, honestly, truthfully, even if I was able to use my phone as a cam, I don't have a stand for it. Like, I would have to, like, set it up on something. I just need to find my old ancient webcam. Where is it? You know, like when you move stuff and then you lose stuff? That's where I am right now. Okay, I'm gonna look in the closet again and keep talking to you guys. Because it's somewhere. I know it's somewhere. I just don't know where the somewhere is. Probably in a box. Just chilling by itself, being lonely, thinking it was never going to be used again. I found my Nintendo 3DS box. Wow. Speaking of 2013, that's when I got this guy. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Yeah, oh wait. Here's a box I haven't looked in yet. Okay, I found a mystery box. Let's look at this. This is an ancient headphone box. I don't have a cam, but I'm looking for a cam so I can describe to you what I see when I open this. Okay. No camera, but here is a Nintendo Wii green silicone controller cover. Got a Parappa the Rappa patch, cloth patch. We got a couple Sharpies. We have high intensity LED flashlight. I need to have that out. Why is it in there? I have a really powerful green laser. I haven't seen that in a long time. Got a guitar pick.
Hey Smooth, hope you're doing well.
Hey, unpronounceable name. Thank you for the donation. That's really kind of you. And I am doing well. Got a couple... Like a Wii U? What is this? A Wii U holder? Found some Polywatch. Oh, I found a patch that I picked up at SGC. Or no, it's a sticker. It's a hand-painted sticker. From sonyshock.tumblr.com. They gave me a sticker because they were a fan of my YouTube channel back when they saw me at SGC. Got a wrench, got a pen. Oh, I found a, oh guys, I found a Chinese fortune cookie letter. You know what, you want to hear what this fortune cookie says? It says, someone in your life needs a letter from you. So, there's a message. No camera, but that was a mystery box. That was fun. Rip SGC. I know, I miss SGC, dude. That was such a fun con. It was so small. Don't hit your eye with that laser. Yeah, this green laser is really powerful. Okay, I'm gonna go put this box back because there's no camera in it. But that was fun. Needs an external capture card. Wow. And gold. Yeah, it's definitely not in this room closet. Dang. Why can't it just be easy? When you don't use something for like 5 years, it just has a tendency to disappear. And I think that's where I am right now. Savage Gladiator chain? My warrior has that. You're giving me weird WoW feels. Whoa. You're giving me weird feels about my warrior farming that Savage Glad chain with Nap Hagel as my dad. I can't remember how many runs. It took me like 300 something runs to get that, I think. Yeah, SGC was Screw Attack Gaming Convention down in Dallas. They sold it off and it doesn't exist anymore. No more Dallas Con. Hail to the Melon Lord. Oh, the melon days. I really like this song that just keeps playing over and over again. Trying to find a camera to stream with? Yeah, people tell me about that, about like hooking up my camera to my phone. But I just want to find my webcam. Well, so far this stream, you guys have had a crash course in like what I've been up to the past year and a half. Giving you a bunch of new nutritional advice that I've started putting in my life. And then my capture card crashes on stream live. And we had a hype train of like a ton of subs. A lot has happened so far, guys. And now it feels like the waters have calmed. But I don't feel calm. I want to find my webcam. I wish I was like streaming on a device where I could carry you around with me and look for my webcam, but still talk to you. That'd be fun. Like if I had a mobile mic, like a wireless microphone. That'd be awesome. Indeed, I am streaming. Remember Populous? Oh, you want to hear something, Frostysaurus? I actually almost turned on Populous instead of Link to the Past today to start streaming. But I turned it on, and it just didn't have the ultra chill vibes. Populous is an intense game. I love it. But I was like, I'll just turn on Link to the Past first, and we'll start with that. But it actually did start with Populous. Yeah, the haunting heartbeat and the crazy harmonies, like the ancient fifth harmonies. Or fourth harmonies? Maybe they're both. The original Populous. Like the original, the Atari version that was ported to the SNES. It has been a crazy couple years, Zaisu. Zaisu, did you ever get the book? It's been a couple weeks. I talked to Zaisu a couple weeks ago. Not yet. Hey, Cap Fartastic, good to see you too. I like your name. I'm a child in my sense of humor. Anytime I see like fart or poop used in a word, it activates like my 10-year-old and I start laughing internally. Have I checked the place you would expect less from your cam to be hidden? You know, I haven't. Give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Okay guys, I brought back another mystery box from my closet. This is a big one. This is a lot of stuff. Okay, let's go through this. Mystery box time. I'll describe, since I don't have a cam, I'm looking for a cam. I'll describe to you, I found my old original $10 Newegg keyboard. It's a backup. Oh man, we got all sorts of stuff. Oh, here is a Twitch lanyard. This is SGC Weekend 2013, Smooth McGroove. I guess Twitch was like working with SGC in 2013. Wow, speaking of SGC, that's a coincidence. 3DS skin kit. Oh my gosh, guys, speaking of ancient Twitch. Here's a letter in the 3DS skin kit. Dearest Smooth McGroove, one day Vargel said, let's make Smooth a 3DS skin. And I said, I'll do the pictures. So here it is for you to enjoy. Some Thomas. Handwritten. And that skin is still on my 3DS to this day. Wow. Okay. Well, if I don't find my webcam in here, we find some fun stuff. Got an old broken drum head. Got a Heisty sound formula cymbal. A little splash. You guys want to hear it? I'll play it with my finger. I think I've had this cymbal since like 2006, 2005, 2004. This is ancient, dude. This is a relic of... Yeah, this is bent, actually. Okay. I used to have that hooked up to my drum set. Oh my gosh, computer terms. I don't even know what this box is. Here's a thank you card. Here it is. Oh, a mod mic. Yeah, this company called Mod Mic. They used to send me these little mics that you can hook up to like any headphone. And I messed with it. It was kind of cool. Here's an extra USB SNES controller. What do you know? There's so much stuff in this box. I'm just going to go through it all with you guys because, hey, we're here together. Let's chill. It's Friday, right? Is it Friday? Yeah, totally it's Friday. What else we got? Oh man, we got trash. Oh man. Okay, any elders here from the first days of the stream? Does anyone remember Shell Report? Twitch user Shell Report. They sent a postcard to my P.O. box back in 2013. But this was actually a card to my mod and a good friend, Onslaught Faye. And I'm not going to read it because it's personal, but they sent it to my P.O. box because that's the only address they had. Finding random relics from the past here, and some of them are Twitch related. I was really hoping to find that camera in here, though. Got a USB, got a DW drum pedal, a microphone. Oh my gosh. Oh, I saved every business card that was given to me at like my first convention I ever went to. Ancient stuff, dude. I don't know why I saved all that, but No, I don't think the camera's in here. Oh, my Windows 7. Activation OEM System Builder Pack. There we go. So if I ever need to reinstall Windows 7, I'm good to go. Oh my gosh, I found a normal boots SGC pen. Gerard gave me this, the completionist, because that was the first con that I ever saw him at. I don't think normal boots is a thing anymore. Who knew that your webcam crapping itself would be your link to the past? Ah, yes. Very clever. And very correct. Man. Oh, we got an egg shaker. This thing I've had since... it's probably like 15 years old. Well, there's no cam in here. Oh, there's a Game Boy cartridge. No, that's a Nintendo DS. Like DW drum pedals. Some like computer adapters. This is just a grab bag of random stuff. Oh, there's another SGC pin. Or SGC lanyard. 2015. Which I believe is the last year they had it. Yep, SGC VIP 2015. It says here, for me, my schedule, Friday, have fun, Saturday, 7 p.m. autograph, area 2, 9 p.m. smooth Q&A main stage. That was my... It says, please show up to the VIP green room at least 30 minutes prior to your panels. Thanks. I remember that. Oh, and a MagFest lanyard. Oh, and it's when they had like the Zelda Link to the Past theme. That's so random and coincidental. MagFest, the 12th festival. The shield belongs to Smooth McGroove, guest pass. That's very coincidental. Did I move? Oh, I moved studios. So all the stuff that used to be in one closet went to another. And you know, when you do that, you put everything in a box, and most of this stuff just stays in a box. Yeah. I haven't looked at this stuff in a while. And yeah, and of course making room for new stuff. Back then I did that, so you just pile everything in a box, put it in the closet. And you guys just heard me go through it for the first time in forever. I'm gonna go put this box away. I'm gonna go see if there's another box, just in case. Because, you know, what if? What if? Here's the last random box. All the others I know what's in them because they're closed and labeled. This has a hard drive, an external hard drive, which is falling out of its case. I think this is my oldest external hard drive. It literally is like falling out. It looks like something you'd see in the back of a computer store. We got an N7 Mass Effect flask, alcohol flask that was given to me. I think at some convention, never used. Got some drumsticks from Toronto Hard Rock Cafe and London Hard Rock Cafe. .411 VP Europe 1997 VHS skate video, sponsored by Vans. Featuring the Airwalk World Championships in Munster, Germany, and the Vans Generation 97 contest in London, England. This is ancient, dude. An ancient skate video. Zoxors! Welcome back, 23 months. Who's this guy? Man, who is this guy? I don't know. Some rando? I don't think the camera's in here either. But we got an At the Drive-In CD. Relationship of Command. Oh, and a bunch of games that a company sent me. Just Dance. These are all Xbox 360. I've never owned an Xbox 360, by the way. So these are all... I never opened these. We got Just Dance 2014, Rayman Legends for Xbox 360, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist for Xbox 360. Never opened. Collector's items, right? What else we got? Oh, the first Starbomb CD Aaron gave to me. I didn't get him to sign it. That would have been more fun, but I was just glad that he was being nice to me. He gave me a Starbomb CD. What else we got? Oh man, so much stuff. It's been 10,000 years, yes. A Ben Briggs. Oh, this is all from that MagFest. Yeah, Ben Briggs gave me his mystery gift CD. Zoltan. Yeah, he gave me 2 CDs actually. No camera in there, but some relics from Video Game Pass. So I'm gonna put all this crap back in this box. But now I can say that I looked, and it was a lot more fun looking with you guys, because, you know, what if I found it? That would have been really fun. For those of you just joining, I'm looking for a webcam because my capture card died on stream about an hour ago, or something like that. PogChamp emote changed? What does it look like now? It's a bird? What the heck? I think I heard about that. Goodbye, Starbomb CD. Man, I'm like 0 for 9 on this webcam so far. It changes every day. Ah, okay. Well, I'm gonna go put this box back, and I shall return. Give me a minute. Just like ninja look through some drawers and nothing there either. Dude. Ow. Static shock. I'm on a quest to find this camera. Hey Smooth, I think your last stream may have been a drum stream. Would it be somewhere around the drum kit? No, I haven't used this camera that I'm looking for since 2016. When I got my camcorder and started using that as a webcam. Because I saw other people on Twitch, they had these really good looking webcams. I was like, how do they do that? And then I realized that they were using a capture card with a camcorder. And nowadays, some people use these fancy DSLRs. That shock made your mic have a strange sound? Oh, really? Yeah, I touched my my mic stand. Find that camera, dude. Where could it be? You know, even if I found it, I'm not sure where I'd put it because I don't have like a stand for it. You know where I used to put that thing? I used to have these KRK speakers, these studio monitors, and I would just put it on top of that. But now my setup is so different than it used to be. It's quite different. I don't have anything like that to put it on top of. I got much bigger studio monitors years ago. And they sit farther back and they're much bigger, which is what I'm playing the music through right now. I'm listening to the game. Huh. Well, at least Charles staring at you guys. My brain is in like go mode. I'm like, I want to find that webcam. I'm like nostalgic about it at this point because I haven't used it since ancient times. In fact, I remember the very first stream that I ever did. So maybe some of you guys were there. I don't know. This is almost 5 years ago. June of 2016 was when I got my first camcorder, digital camcorder, and I hooked it up to my capture card. And I streamed for, I think, 2 days, Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. And I almost beat it. But that was the very first stream that I ever did where I had my new webcam. And I had stopped using my old one. Have a good one, Damn Lucky. Good to see you, man. Time to turn the house upside down to find the cam. It's somewhere, dude. Oh, you know, okay. I remember now. I remember what happened. Okay, so it's all coming back to me. So whenever I stopped using that cam and I started using my new one, I gave my wife my old one because she didn't have one. And it was better quality than what was coming out of her laptop. So maybe she knows what happened to it. Maybe she put it somewhere. But she doesn't even use that anymore. She got a better one like a year ago. I bet she knows where it is. Oh man, I get this little bottle of essential oil from my brother, my younger brother, on Christmas, and it's called Peace and Calming, and it smells so freaking good. I just put it on my hands. It's got tangerine oil in it and orange oil. It smells so freaking good. It's all over my hands and arms. You guys can't see, but I'm just like, I'm enjoying myself here, rubbing it on my arms. Charles definitely know. Oh, Charles, what have you been doing with my camera, Charles? Yeah, Keenan, you know what essential oil is? It's when they squeeze the oils out of like fruits or like leaves. It's like those oils that give plants their smell, that signature smell. And it's all over my hands now. It smells amazing. Oh, yum. I want some tangerines now. Charles, where is my camera? My old one. My ancient one. I gotta admit, I'm bummed about my capture card. Because it wasn't cheap. I think those things were like 200 bucks. After this stream, I'll do the whole restart thing. I'll like shut my computer down and do all that. I won't do that again because we lost like 100 viewers when I did that earlier. But I'll be bummed if that thing is toast, because that thing worked for a long time. I did some like 12 and 13 hour streams on that thing in the classic WoW days, during the beta and then after. Oh, you make soap and bath stuff with essential oils. Nice. Yeah, dude. I've had some like soap bars with like essential almond oil in there. Oh, it smells so good. And, like peppermint. I think I have some now with peppermint oil in there. I'll find it as soon as I finish the stream. I'm gonna send off a quick text. See if I can figure out. Can't freaking type. Here we go. Well, there's a shot in the dark. You're plant-based, use coconut palm and olive oils and are soap based. Awesome. Nintendo's been quiet lately, huh? I haven't been paying too much attention. Whoa!
No, in case it's broke and
Timmy! I think Timmy just bought me a new capture card. Thank you, Timmy. I mean, holy crap. That's super nice of you. Who are you, Timmy? I don't remember seeing a Timmy in here. I mean, in any case, I really appreciate that. Holy crap. I did not expect that. So guys, if this capture card is toast, I've got funds to just buy a new one. I'll just buy a new one. Honestly, I feel great now, thank you. that solves part of my dilemma, because I was like, man, if it's broke, am I going to get a new one, or am I going to find a new solution? Thank you so much. Timmy survived Stratholme. Oh, are you the Timmy from Outside Strat? Timmy the Cruel? No, he's not cruel, though. He's really nice. He just helped me out. Poor Timmy and Strat, yeah. Oh, man. Classic WoW feels. I haven't played that game since... I actually logged on back in October? Hung out with the guild a little bit, did a ZG run, did an AQ20 run. Like right before my sub ran out. That was fun. Can you be cool and a nice person and say... No, Timmy the Cruel is from Strat. So yeah. But I'm not sure if you can be cruel and nice. Unless you're just like being deceitful. What's up, AO Mike? Midnight Wonko, that's interesting. You got your first binding 16 weeks ago. Haven't seen one drop since. Wow. Well, good luck on your next one. I hope you get it soon. That'd be fun. Wow. A lot has happened this stream. Including my capture card breaking and Timmy basically buying me a new one. I really appreciate that. Interesting. It's a lot happening on the first day back. I have to admit, though, having just a webcam that just straight up plugs into your USB port or whatever is just so much easier than having to route through a capture card. I kind of miss those days. Because, you know, ever since 2016 when I got that camcorder, it's always been like, you know, camera into capture card into OBS. So, do you want to get back into WoW again? Because once BC is out and stream a little bit in the beginning like you did with Classic, was epic. The stream at the times, leveling the snowy desert outside Ironforge. Okay, let's have some talk about this. I had so much fun with Classic WoW Beta, the Classic WoW release, putting together Nat Piggle as my dad, even leading the guild for a long time. Just a lot happened, as I explained to you guys in the first hour of the stream. You guys heard my whole story. And then that plus, you know, the stress of like running a guild that was having 2 or even 3 40-man raid groups forming, and having to delegate that, and having to be a guild leader and you know, support all the officers at the same time. It was just a lot on top of what was going on in my life at the time, which I wasn't sharing at the time, but I shared with you guys an hour ago or whatever it was. So it was just a lot. If I do TBC, which I really want to, I love Classic WoW, I love TBC. I will probably do it in a way that I don't have to lead anything, to where I can just be, I can be kind of a hype community guy, community, what do you call it? What's the name for it? Not a guild leader, but a community hype, not hype guy, not a community manager, community builder. I could like help build the community. Because I'm good at that. I'm good at putting things together. I just don't feel like leading a raiding guild anymore. I think I overdid it. Because I don't want to manage the community like a community manager, but I can build the community. So maybe something like that. Just something fun with no like, because I actually stopped streaming Classic WoW in October. But I continued to play all through October, November, December, January, February, and even into March. But I didn't stream at all during those times, except for just my Sulfurous, because it was too much. I didn't feel like streaming and leading raid groups in a guild so much. It was too much. So yeah, if I do stream Classic WoW, I mean TBC WoW, it'll be in a different capacity. I will not be leading a guild or in the same way. I'll put together a community, but I'll probably delegate, like I've seen some other streamers do, other people to lead. Because there's so much work whenever you're leading, you know, 6, 5, 6, 8, 100, you know, 1,000-person guild. It's just so much to do, so much to deal with. Especially if you want to do anything besides just be a casual guild. I don't know when TBC's coming out, but the rumor is in the next couple months. Do I know about that ad that had your Megalovania? Yeah, I was contacted about that. And I did my best to deal with it. It's just a little a funny subject because it was a cover of a song. Jaboka, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Julio, you're on a break too? I heard about that. Yeah, it is an SNES kind of day, huh? Someone's falling asleep in chat, guys. You need to wake up Gassio. Well, now I feel super relaxed now that I'm not, like, going through my closets and boxes looking for a webcam. Now it is truly a chill stream. Guys, Gassio's falling asleep. Someone needs to wake him up. Been eager to play retro stuff lately? Yep, Link to the Past, man. Alc Spin isn't working? Why is that working? Do I have to reset that stuff up? Oh, I'm not seeing. Oh wait, I see. It is working. I was looking. Okay, weird. So when I'm looking at chat in Streamlabs, those emotes aren't working. But when I look at it on Twitch, it is working. I see. I'm having all these moments, guys, because it's been so long since I've streamed. It's been a long time. Oh, thank you for that, Julio. I appreciate that. Dude, we got mods here. We got active mods doing their jobs. High five, Julio, 1994. Double high five. Oh, boy. So he was sleeping in chat, and then he got a little too excited. He's a bit grumpy when he wakes up. See, now he can watch the stream without having to type anything. That's the cool thing about being banned, is you can watch a chill stream and be as chill as you possibly can, right? So it's actually kind of a blessing. Not to say that I want to ban any of you guys, or Julio really wants to ban any of you guys, right? But when the time comes, the time comes. Midnight Wonko for 20 months says, I've missed your streams. Well, thank you. I've missed my streams too. It's been a crazy past year and a half. Indeed, the ban hammer will fall when it falls. If you're using OBS, I'm using Streamlabs. And I've gone through all this. I spent like an hour going through all this, guys. My camera has literally disappeared. At least that source. It's just not existent. But after the stream, I'll mess with it some more, and I mean, if need be, I'll just buy a new one. Why, when I join this stream, do I suddenly think of KSI singing Guile's theme? Wow, yeah. For those of you who don't know, KSI, the YouTuber, and also boxer, and rapper, he had a moment where he sang along with my Guile's theme extremely enthusiastically, my a cappella rendition, and it was great. My parents even saw it somehow and called me about it. Omar Mustard, thanks for the 15 months. What's up, man? What's up? Good to see you too. Can you ask for free timeouts? I guess you could if you asked nicely. Yes, my capture card, dude, it just vanished. Julio has a banning fetish, says Ellie. What's up, Papa Zillion? Rendition of Dire Dire Docs helped put my baby boy to sleep for the last month. You got another fan? Oh, awesome. I'm always glad to hear that kind of stuff. Frizzle, thank you for the 6 months. This will help get a new cam. I hope. Glad you're doing well. Of course. It's good to see you again, Heather. Always good to see the regulars and the old timers. Even though some of you are fairly young. But yeah, as far as the Dire Dire Docs putting the baby boy to sleep, I have gotten so many messages about my videos since the beginning about how parents use my videos with their little ones, like their toddlers and their babies, and even their kids. I get messages weekly with pictures and videos because I guess, you know, because I sing video game songs without words and it's in a soothing way. Kids just love it. It helps put them to sleep. It helps calm them down. It helps chill them out. So I got a YouTube channel full of like 180 something, 170 something of those songs. So got that going for me. Miss you on YouTube, man. Well, my YouTube's still there. Just haven't done anything in a while. Sub with Prime gives you... Prime sub is just like a normal sub, but it's not recurring, so you have to like manually do it every month. As far as I understand. Hey, thanks for the kind words, Wombrix. Truly missed the Punch Cat adventures. Wow. That was a long time ago. Bro, that was 2014. That was like coming up on 7 years ago. Astrolycos, thank you. And I'm glad. Oh, Frostosaurus, thank you for the 2 months. It's been a blast from the past. Glad to hear from you again. It's nice to see you guys again. It is so strange streaming with a cam and then just having the cam turn off. I feel like something went away. I feel like I can do anything now. I can take my shirt off. I can lean back and I can, you know, let my hair down and start sipping on my gin and juice. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my... Who's that, guys? Come on. First person that says it gets a high five from me. There you go, Shakushu. Oh, Frizzle right behind. And then Narthex. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. Sipping on gin and juice. Laid back. That's like when I first realized MTV was a thing when I was a little one. That video was on a decent play list. Like it would come on daily. Along with, man, what else? What other videos? I can date myself here. Green Day Basket Case was pretty big. I love that video. I used to record it on my parents' VHS recorder when it would come on because I loved it so much. I was very much a 90s kid. Very much. What else? Boys to Men was still really popular. 9 Inch Nails would come on. Nirvana videos would come on. Kurt Cobain wasn't dead yet. Man, that was a different time. You played my Aquatic Ambience video on repeat when you explored Lisbon's aquarium when you were there a few years ago. Oh, I bet that was fun. That is such a cool song. What about I Believe in a Thing Called Love by the Darkness? That was about 10 years later. That was early 2000s. Because by then, I remember I was playing in a band here in town. And that song was on the radio. I have a very vivid memory of like listening to that song on the radio while I was on my way to band practice. Was that like 2004? Because yeah, the era I'm talking about was like 94. Dude, and also Coolio, that rapper from the 90s. He had that song, Gangsta's Paradise. Been spending most our lives living in a gangsta's paradise. And then Weird Al came out and did Amish Paradise, which was huge as well. I was a youngin'. I was very young when that was going on, but that was very fun. What were some other songs that I liked back then when I was like elementary school age? 90s kids. I really like In Bloom by Nirvana. I loved that song. I still love that song. Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun was another one from that era. That like first year or two I started watching MTV, or my parents like would keep MTV on the TV. Cranberries are around that time, you're right. Cranberries, they had their first hit, Zombies. It was a cool video. When MTV had music, I know. Now to watch music videos, you just go to YouTube. Amakill, I'm glad to hear that. I really like those songs too. Do I listen to Bowie? Bowie's an interesting one. There are no songs by David Bowie that I'll ever just like turn on and jam to. In fact, I'll be real controversial real quick. David Bowie is cataloged in my mind as a visual artist primarily and a musical artist second. And that's kind of how he did his career. He was even a visual artist, like a painter, before he decided to pick up the guitar and started writing songs. And he kind of took that into his music career. Like it was always his visuals took primary like substance, and that was his whole thing. And I'm of the opinion that if he did not have his visual element, I don't think his music would have ever hit. And I don't think many people would have ever connected. I don't think he would have gotten big. I think people connect to the fact that he's David Bowie. Very similar to the band Kiss. And again, it's controversial, but I don't think Kiss is that good of a band. But they're an insanely good band because of what they did to visual performance. If Kiss was just a normal dude rock band back in the 70s without makeup, without all their get up, I don't think they ever would have hit. I don't think they ever would have been anything. Now, I think David Bowie does have some good songs because he did work with some really good artists. You know, he worked with, he worked with John Lennon. He eventually worked with Freddie Mercury. He worked with a lot of really good artists and wrote some really good songs with some really good producers. But Bowie by himself, there aren't that many songs that I'm just like, I would jam to it. Like, I think about bands that came out of the same era, like Led Zeppelin, or even like right before, like the Beatles, or who else? Just, like so many bands, ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, like where I just turn them on and the music, it's just top tier. And I turn on some Bowie and it's interesting. Bowie does some interesting stuff and he's very controversial. He's very visually interesting. But as far as his songs, they're just kind of plain mostly. But that's just my opinion as a person who I look at music the way I look at music, and that's just the way it is. Queen is another one. Queen's music it doesn't matter if Freddie Mercury was ugly or good looking or whatever, or even the rest of the band. Like, Queen was a very special band. I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody is one of the most legendary pieces of rock music ever. And, several other songs I can name from Queen just immediately because the songs are just killing it. I love the band Yes. Yes, I love the band Yes. Yes is another one of those bands from that era that's just, owner of a lonely heart. I mean, goodness, just several songs from them. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure used a Yes song, right? Which one is that? Anyone know? Come on, some JoJo fans in here. I know. One of the best Yes songs ever written. Roundabout. There you go, dude. That bass line is killer. Insane chords and melody there too. Yes is like top tier. Like, Yes is one of those bands where if you had someone like David Bowie fronting them, who had that stage presence and the visual elements going on, you would have had something much bigger than what Yes is now, which is just a real, a very fondly remembered prog classic rock band. But Yes was kind of just a normal dude rock band, as far as the way they looked. But their music speaks for itself. It's amazing. Music is interesting in that way because so many people connect to the visual element and the characters that are singing the songs, especially when you have music videos come around. I agree, Yes rules. Totally agree. But I had this conversation about Kiss and David Bowie a couple weeks ago, actually, ironically enough. And it's something that my dad was totally agreed with me. He was like, yeah, he was like, Kiss, they're not that good of a band, but it's what they did with their live shows and their visuals. It changed everything. So that's the reason why they became so insane, because I like know one Kiss song because it was like they had like one radio hit. What was that radio hit called? It was and it wasn't even that good of a song. It was just like boring and normal. Oh, it's I wanna rock and roll all night, boom, 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 and party every day. And it's just like, that's such a plain and boring normal song. It's not even, but it's a decent little pop rock song. It doesn't sound like Kiss looks. Kiss looks like at least now, they look like a black metal band. It was Bormal, yeah. But it's just what they did visually. And because of that, dude, people ate it up. People go see Kiss because they're Kiss, not because they like the music. Some people like the music, of course. And some people like the music and the visuals, and it's an experience for them. How do I feel about Rush? They're cool. I don't like Rush as much as Yes. I think Rush is cool. Rush is a little mechanical for me. But they still have really good music, but it's a little mechanical. Whereas like Yes does something that Rush doesn't do for me. There's like an extra dimension happening there that lights my soul up. So that's the way I've always compared Yes to Rush, actually. Like when people say, "Oh, you're not a Rush fan," I'm like, I'm not a huge Rush fan, but I like Yes. And I always hope that paints a picture for people. Dawn Cafe, thank you for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Neil Peart was a mechanical beast. Yeah, Neil Peart was one of those first like ultra mechanical rock drummers, just straight rock. And I think that's why I don't like it as much, because there were a lot of drummers out of that same era who came from a jazz background who were also technical, who played with bands like Mahavishnu Orchestra or like Tower of Power. These bands were like, I could feel the jazz influence hit. And that's kind of where that's the dimension that I like. I like good rock drummers that also have a good jazz background, because there's just so much more happening. It was really a perfectly timed sub, Drazzle. Yeah, you're right. I haven't even played Link to the Past today. It's just I turned on Link to the Past and I'm chatting with you guys. Literally, that's what's happening. I could start playing, but Matt Cameron is a great drummer. You're right. He's very good. Oh, speaking of music and old music, I was listening last night before I went to bed to an interview from Glenn Danzig. And it was an interview from 1986, after the Misfits broke up and before he formed Danzig. And I listened to a good hour and a half of it. It was really cool, because after that, there was a lot of litigation between him and the Misfits, and he was never able to talk about it because of court orders. But it's a little underground. Danzig's not quite as popular, and Misfits isn't quite as popular as some of these bands are talking about. But I'm a big fan of the Misfits. I think Danzig has at least used to have a really good songwriting style, and he was a unique person. He does have a reputation as a not nice guy, you're right. But listening to this interview changed my opinion of it, because he just wasn't even able to talk about the Misfits after that, through the court stuff. And hearing what he went through with Glenn and or Doyle and Jerry with drugs, that was a story I never heard told. Danzig was clean, and those guys were just basically cokeheads at that time. And that's one of the reasons why the Misfits broke up, is because he stopped wanting to deal with people who were just doing coke all the time. He wanted to do music. So you can look at him as a mean person, but like there's also another dimension to that where I never knew. Because I always thought he just broke up the Misfits because he was an egotistical butthole. But turns out his bandmates were addicted to stimulant drugs, and he was not. And he wanted to keep doing music, and they didn't. So yeah, there's another dimension to that for you. Really interesting interview. I'll probably listen to the rest of it tonight. It was actually for the Thrasher magazine, skateboarding magazine, 1986. Which, you know, I also used to read Thrasher when I was younger. Miss the drum streams? Yeah, those were fun. What's the deal with music and Twitch now? Like, I heard there was so much drama. Where like you can't play songs without getting banned now. What's the deal? DMC, what does that mean? Only the VODs get affected? Well, that's no big deal. That's the way it used to be. From what I heard, like people were scared of getting their like streams taken down because of music. What's up, Action Johnson? Game music should be okay. Yeah, especially old game music. 3 violations equals ban? What? Well, that's scary. Are people actually getting banned from this? Because there's a lot of other music streamers around when I was streaming drums. Like, are they okay? Did they change how they do it? There were other people playing drums. There were people doing guitar covers and piano covers. Hey, welcome, Kozmaru. Yeah, I did hear that people deleted their past clips and VODs. Huh. Maybe the drummer has no problem with it? Yeah, he did drums. To like video game music mostly. Forsen plays... Okay, so video game music isn't such a big deal. I wonder if it's just like big record company songs. Like you can't play Rush or Yes or Led Zeppelin or whatever. People playing music through Spotify and such can get claimed and warned. Man, that's a big change. So it's just people can't listen to music off Spotify anymore, pretty much? You can't listen to like record company music? Is that what I'm gathering? Oh, so they shut down Twitch Sings because of that. I wonder if you can get DMCA'd from playing with the radio on in GTA. That would be I think I read a little article talking about that when that first happened. Someone was asking about like GTA radio, because that's just like music. Yeah, I've been curious about that. First days after DMCS fan literally use Super Mario music. Sounds like me. Twitch has their own music playlist now. Wow, so you just have to watch out for DMCA claims on your VODs. So they're just tightening the rope a little bit. Yeah, back when I did drum streams and stuff, like, that stuff would just get muted. I wonder if you can get away with it by like just deleting your VOD immediately when the stream goes off. I wonder if you could do that, because that seems like less stress than having to like worry about it. Oh, some channels made their VOD subscriber only to avoid DMCA. That's really smart. To where only subs can watch it, and then the DMCA bots, I guess, wouldn't scan that if it's sub only. Now that would be... At least you could leave your VODs up in that case, and you could, you know, your subs would get like a bonus. That is a big brain move. Charles is doing well, thank you for asking. Yeah, that's interesting stuff. After being away from Twitch for so long, you know, I kind of get scared off from like messing with music. But this music playing right now, I don't have to worry about it. This has been like the chillest stream since my camera shut off and I stopped looking for it. Doing parodies and covers. Yeah, I wouldn't expect people getting DMCA'd by doing that kind of stuff on Twitch. It's mostly just people who put on playlists in the background. But even like YouTube, like what Wistisso is saying, you can get manually claimed. Like for instance, my Radiohead cover, Weird Fishes, that didn't get claimed for a good month or two until some record company, like Scout, manually claimed my video as a Radiohead cover. And then I had to deal with it from then on because it wasn't monetized, or actually just all the monetization got ripped off from it and given to the record company, and I had to like work with them on that. So I suppose Twitch could do the same thing. You could have these like people manually going on and detecting covers if they really want to be, you know, buttholes about it. think I'll just stick with like video game music, because that's safe. What's up, Black Flies? Because especially with covers, like, you can change the song a lot. Like I did with that Radiohead cover, where like you eliminate most of the percussion, you can change the tempo, you can change the feel of the song completely, and it's really hard to detect unless it's manual. But it's still detectable, especially if you labeled it as such like I did. And man, like, whoever owns the Final Fantasy music rights, like every single Final Fantasy song I've ever done on Smooth McGroove is claimed by Warner Chappell Music or whatever. You know, some record company umbrella that deals with the Final Fantasy music, and it was really scary to see that happen. Like including my One Winged Angel cover, just like all claimed, getting all the emails at once, and I was like, what is happening? It scared the crap out of me. But all that's still up on YouTube, so yeah. Yeah, and I've had songs bogus claims, unfortunately, and I didn't know any better back then. And a lot of these bogus claimers, like, they made a lot of money off people. Like 2 of my songs, for instance, Dire Dire Docks and Gerudo Valley, for the first like 2 years of my channel, some freaking idiot claimed them, and because YouTube didn't have like a good system, some dude was just stealing all the money that I would have been making off 2 of my most popular videos for 2 years. And it took me doing some digging a couple years later to find out that it was just some dude who had no right to claim those, and that was just basically, you know, siphoning off money. And people did that for a long time. People made a lot of money by just claiming people's videos under literally illegal names. Like he said like Nintendo, you know, management or something, right? And then, you know, someone like me back in 2013 was like, holy crap, I didn't think twice. But turns out he created that fake name to claim it under YouTube's shoddy system, and basically just stole my income for a long time. And a lot of people got hit with that stuff and, you know, didn't know what to do about it. And some people knew that it was fake at some point, like I did, and there wasn't much you could do about it. Until I finally just like challenged the claims like hardcore, and he backed down and released the claims. So, I mean, millions of views that I got on these videos were just, they weren't mine, they were someone else's. Some random dude sitting in his underwear, stealing people's money. And they did get away with those scams, yeah, because YouTube had no system against it. YouTube was so scared about getting in legal action with record companies and stuff like that, that they just allowed these people to do that because it was safer for them. So a lot of people were scamming. It's a lot harder nowadays for people to do that. Like, none of my videos are falsely claimed that I know of anymore. But yeah, it was a thing for a long time. And it was like my Gerudo Valley video, which got millions of views. My Dire Dire Dogs video, which got millions of views. And they tried to do it to a couple of my other videos, like Super Mario World Overworld theme. They tried to do that, and I think for a couple months they actually got me. And but then I disputed the claim as hard as I could, and they backed down. And that's how I always knew it was fake, because they would back down because they didn't want to get into a legal battle. But yeah, the guy creates. There's the other aspect of big companies actually exploiting smaller people and claiming things that they don't have the legal right to claim. That happens a lot too. But anyways, that was years ago. That's long past. And even the record company that claimed my Radiohead video, like, I'm doing a revenue share with them now. So the record company gets some, I get some. It's like, whatever. It's a compromise. I feel fine about that. That's the way it should have been in the first place with all this. Instead of these, like, you don't own this video type things. Demon Tomato Dave? I remember that. Didn't he do like some Zelda parody? Am I thinking of the same guy? what's up from Wyoming? Hey, what's up? Zox, giving Julio a sub. Thanks, Zox. You're subbing up our mod of the day who banned the naughty boy. Zox, gifting a sub to Ellie. Zox is just handing them out. It's Christmas. It's Christmas to our WoW officer crew. From our WoW officer. Gotta say, Zox, Mr. Xanther, so freaking fun to play with on WoW. Level-headed dude. Was able to lead raids whenever I wasn't there. Super fair, super chill, great healer. Man, that was fun. I had a lot of fun. And he actually quit Classic WoW right before I did. Due to some, not similar, but also some stressful circumstances. Hope everything's good, Zox. Hope you've had a good past year from that, man. I know I've had a crazy freaking year. Since then. Doing good, that's good, man. Keeping on. Hey, thanks for the 25 bits. You know what's cool? Absolutely all of my Sonic the Hedgehog songs have been fine. Never had any real claims or false claims against them. That's been wonderful. Hey, I'm glad I'm your favorite acapella man. Pokemon Reborn. Fan. Oh, the laser eyes? I remember you guys doing that. Yeah, absolutely no Sega music that I did ever got messed with. I was pretty happy about that. I'm still brainstorming, like, where that webcam could be. That ancient relic. Under your bed? No, it would not be there. I looked in so many boxes with cords and old things. That thing may be long gone. In fact, it had some issues. Like before I retired it, I remember like my entire computer like freezing up and shutting down one time. And it fixed whenever I unplugged the webcam. There's just something really endearing about old webcams and their kind of like low resolution, kind of grainy picture. There's just something endearing about that. And it would be so nostalgic to plug that thing back in and like look at my webcam, you know, just like it would have looked in like the summer of 2013 when I plugged that thing in for the first time for Twitch. Hey, thanks, Natten369. Yeah, there's something amazing about like how imperfect that old stuff looks. Very similar to like listening to Super Nintendo music. It's all compressed, but there's something special about it. And you know, I got my fancy camera set up that I had earlier that you guys are watching me in, and it's beautiful and it looks so crystal clear, but you lose kind of some endearingness of the graininess of the picture and the desaturation of the colors and all that, you know? And my brain wants me to plug it in. I want to find it. Like a blast from the past. Because the truth is, that's the first webcam I ever owned. I never owned a webcam before that. I bought it actually because I knew that I was going to be streaming, and also I was contacted by some media outlets in those first months. And I've continued to be contacted by them, but not so much anymore since I don't make videos regularly. But they would want to do video interviews with me, and so I knew that I would need a webcam, so I bought that thing for all those purposes. Perfection is boring. You know, sometimes I agree. You still have your original webcam? You know, this webcam, I bought it in 2013, so it was already like 720p, I think. It wasn't 480, so yours is older than mine. I wonder if I just got online and bought like a 480p webcam. Like a modern 480p webcam for like 20 bucks. What that would look like. I would stream with it. I would absolutely stream with it. Or like maybe even find like the cheapest webcam I could possibly buy that still is, you know, usable. That would be pretty fun. Would you guys still watch me? Would you guys watch me stream with like a 240p webcam or like a 144p webcam? In fact, that would be pretty sick to have a webcam that just like instantly pixelates you. That just makes it look like, you know, like a 90s broadcast or something. Like ultra lo-fi. Dropping the frame rate. Yeah, that's the only issue with a lot of those ancient webcams is the frame rate is like 5. So it's like watching a slideshow. I would still want at least like 30 FPS. But I just, you know, it'd be fun to have like ultra low fidelity, low res, lo-fi webcam. That could be my new aesthetic, guys. Lo-fi webcam, new lo-fi music. Just like record with ancient equipment. The truth is, all of my very first, probably the first 50 videos that I did on my YouTube channel, including Guile's theme and Dire Docs and all that stuff, was recorded on a microphone from the early 90s. Ghost Garrus, 79 months in a row. What's up? So we've had 3 extreme people coming in here. What do we have? We had Little Cato with the blue hair, 80 months. We had, oh, who else? Someone that was 77 months. And then Ghost Garrus coming in with 79. It's good to be back. It's been an interesting stream. A lot has happened. Jamma ZS, thank you for the Prime. Brutal Moose's mystery tape series? Huh. No. I've seen some channels like that though, where people like they do VHS stuff. They run things through a VHS and they upload it to YouTube and it's like an aesthetic thing. I'm not really super interested in that because I remember the VHS days and I don't really glorify them, but it is a cool aesthetic if you do something artistic with it. Like, oh, who's that guy? He runs everything through a VHS, all his music. Can't remember his name. There's some YouTube guy that does that. And that's absolutely his aesthetic. He just runs all his music and videos through a VHS. Makes it sound super warm and, you know, lo-fi. Bye-bye, Julio. Thanks for stopping by and banning someone. Have I thought about making an off? Where you show off, where you show your proper beard and haircut. What's an off? Of? Making an of? Oh, a making of. Is that what you're saying? No, I never thought about doing that. People have asked me like from a long time ago though. And I'm just like, just use like good conditioner, brush your hair, eat good food. You're good. That's all I do. Oh, OnlyFans. That's hilarious. New abbreviations, man. Under the Bridge guy? Mm-hmm. I thought about him before I loaded up the stream. I thought about how we've talked about the Under the Bridge guy and how he popped back up during the Link Between Worlds stream. Yes, I'm aware of that, Junipero. So what you're saying is you want me to make a naked OnlyFans. That's what I'm gathering here. The philosophy of the Under the Bridge guy continues. Go. Let's go. Thank you for 3 months. The French name, I think it's Lego. Is that how you pronounce it? Beard will cover everything. Beard and hair will cover everything. Yeah. It's like the mermaid effect. The long hair. There we go. Lunch break time. Working from home is nice. Totally agree. Ooh, speaking of lunch, I think I'm gonna go grab a snack. I shall return. I got a snack. It's in a sack. Oh, you trying to get messages from Charles? He was meowing at me earlier. And then I pet him and he was fine. Guess what I'm eating, guys? You gotta guess. Snuffs. You're 100% correct. Daniel Garcia. Correct. Life Devoured 22. Correct. Dude, these are so good right now. I'm eating some sun-dried apricots. And if you've never had them, imagine gigantic orange-looking raisins. And they taste better than raisins. They're so tasty. KL518, thank you for the prime. Hey, what's up, Egatronics? Wait, Pokeballs are made of apricots? What? See, I love apricots and peaches and nectarines, that whole family of fruit. And when they're dried, it's still really good. It's almost like it concentrates the flavor. You lose the juiciness and the crunchiness and all that good stuff, the bright flavor, but the sweetness is really there. And yeah, it's jammy is a good way to kind of say it. Mixing apricot jam with Greek yogurt. I do not do dairy anymore, but I love apricot jam. In fact, I love most fruit jams. And once upon a time, I ate a lot of Greek yogurt. And that was probably extremely bad for me. In fact, I know it was, after doing experiments this last year. Apricorn? Oh, you got an apricot tree at your work. Yum. I grew up with 2 peach trees in my front yard. They're like big apricots. The only challenge was getting to them before like the bees and the wasps got them. And the bugs in general, they love those things. You plan on playing the game? I'm just eating some food right now. Apricot juice? I don't think I've ever had apricot juice or peach juice, because I don't think they juice very well. The pulp comes with it. Kind of like bananas, right? You can't juice a banana. You have a cherry tree? Mmm. Yeah, you get that little window before all the bugs get them, and the birds. I've had peach nectar, which is like blended peaches mixed with sugar water. Never had peach juice. JC Kicks, I juice fresh fruit because I like the taste. I give them a daily dose of bioflavonoids because I'm strong. Oh my gosh, I think I'm eating too many of these. Whoa, they're so sweet. I have to remember that like each dried apricot is literally like eating a whole apricot. They're just so easy to eat when they're all dried like that. I probably ate like 10 of them. Hi, Charles. Oh, he's looking in the closet because I had it open. What's in there, buddy? I never have that open.
Are you going on an adventure?
He's licking his shoulder.
Yeah, and checking it out. Checking it all out.
He's scanning the whole closet. He's looking at it. Oh man, one thing about eating dried fruit is you gotta have some water near to rehydrate that in your stomach. So you couldn't fix the cam. No, it wasn't my cam. It's my capture card. Something is borked with my capture card because I tried 2 different cameras and I tried 2 different HDMI cables. So pretty much something's up with my capture card. After the stream, I'll mess with it, see if I can get it to turn back on, but it's just black screen now. But a kind Timmy dropped by and literally donated for me to buy a new one. So thank you, Timmy, if you're still here. I love you. You're so kind. And you're gonna fund a new capture card if I need one, which I might. Is there nothing in there for you, Charles? You wanna come up, sit with me? Come sit with me, buddy. Here. Yeah, come up here. That's right. Oh, he's getting ready to jump. Come on. You licking your lips? Yeah, okay. He's in my lap. You're a heavy boy. He's big and heavy and strong. Oh my gosh. He was the runt of the litter. Born 24 hours after all of his siblings. So weird. And now he's like the big boy. A chunker. I wonder how much he weighs. He's just got so much muscle on him now. He's like filled out. Especially since I started giving him like supplements with his food. Oh, buddy. And every 3 days I feed him a can of sardines with no salt added and water as kind of like a healthy fish treat. I think that's been doing him good. Yeah, buddy, you're purring. You're purring a lot. Oh, thanks for licking my hands. I know, I need that. I need my fingers cleaned. Thank you. Yes, that's very good. I pet you, you pet me. That's how this goes. Oh, do you like the apricot on my fingers? I think he likes it. He's like, what's that? Charles, you're so much bigger than you were in my first videos. You know, my first videos, he was like 2 years old. He was young. What are you doing, Charles? I have to sit in a very specific way for Charles to be able to be on my lap because he's so big. I have to have like one leg crossed over the other, kind of like with my knee hanging to make like a seat for him. It's hard to describe. And it can only last for maybe 10 minutes before my leg falls asleep, so I feel bad. But hey, at least 10 minutes, right? At least 10 minutes of a friend hanging out on your lap. Time does fly. Time is very weird.
Big boy. Yeah, what are you doing? You want to say anything to the people listening through the microphone? The microphone's right there. You want to say anything? Oh, he's sniffing the microphone. He's sniffing that. Oh, he's biting it. Is that good? He's like, why did you put me up here? You say anything? You want to say anything to the people? They're listening. Do you know how many people have seen you on the internet, Charles? Do you know how many people have seen your face? Do you have any idea how many people have seen you on the internet so many times? Do you even know what that means? Charles, buddy. Yeah, just lick my he's just licking my fingers. He's in a really affectionate mood. Oh yeah, you're on the screen, Charles. An old picture of you. Charles chillin'. Chillin' Charles. Google says apricots are good for kitties. Well, that's good. Guess he basically licked my fingers a lot. Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. This is just a hand licking time. I pet him, he pets me. There you go. Dude, I wonder how many times this Link to the Past intro has played. It's been like 3 hours since I started streaming. I don't know how long this intro is, but if it's like a minute, that's like 180 times. Charles, buddy. You have 2 cats? Had 2 cats. Oh, one passed in November. 16 and a half, yep. We had one pass at 19 years ago. And a couple more at my parents' place that I grew up with. But they live kind of out in the country-ish, so a lot of cats just kind of disappear out there because of wild animals and, you know, running away. It's different out there. But we had one pass of old age at 19 that I grew up with. What are you doing, boy? You want to lick my fingers again? You're still licky boy. He's licky boy. I'm petting Charles' like back, and he's like, I can't lick you whenever you're petting my back. It's good though, right? Yeah, there you go. It's good to have friends. Isn't that right, Charles? Friends that pet your fur. Might adopt some. Yeah, cats are great. You just gotta get used to them and kind of know how they work. They have their own language. Work with them and give them the kind of attention and affection that they need. A little different than dogs. They have a different feel to them. I grew up with dogs and cats, and they're both awesome. But for my needs right now, cats really work, because dogs, you have to let them outside or have some type of doggy door situation, because they're very dependent, you know, and it can be really cruel to leave them inside when they need to, you know, relieve themselves. Whereas cats, you just put a box in the corner with some sand in it and they're good to go. Isn't that right, Charles? You get your box. We empty it every day. Charles, should we play Link to the Past? What do you think? Oh, he's watching the text. He's looking at it. Are you reading that, Charles? He's watching the letters move. He's checking it out. Oh, his eyes are closing. I think he's really relaxed right now. He's like falling asleep, like looking at the text. Yeah, he's got to know the story. He's got to know the history of Hyrule. It's really important. You gotta check it out, Choro. You gotta check it out. What Zelda game is my favorite? Probably this one. Or Breath of the Wild. Both of these games are really easy just to like load up and have a good time on. I like Ocarina of Time too, but it's a little clunkier to play. And it's a little harder to kind of casually play for me because of that. Whereas like Link to the Past is just like, boom, you're in the world, let's go. Breath of the Wild's kind of the same way after the intro. In fact, Breath of the Wild is like the most open Zelda ever made. It's pretty intense. I love it. I love that game. It's so good. Majora's Mask is like Ocarina of Time to me, but like more constrained by the time thing, so it's definitely not a chill Zelda. It's one of my least favorite Zeldas because of that. I really enjoy the open world aspect, the freedom aspect of Zelda, with a story in it. But like Majora's Mask is all about that tension in that 3-day timer, and it just feels so stressful to me to play compared to even Ocarina of Time. A Breath of the Wild stream would be extremely chill, you're right. Such a beautiful game. It's your least favorite Zelda. I've heard that too. I have a couple friends who really don't enjoy the open world concept. They really don't enjoy the fact that there aren't as many dungeons. Because you got like the main castle, and you got like the 4. It doesn't have 0 dungeons. You got the 4 main like animal dungeons. You have the Hyrule Castle, and then you have every single one of those puzzle dungeons. Every single one of those. And there's I don't even know how many, dozens. But it doesn't have the same dungeon structure as the classic Zeldas, where you have like 9 or 10 or 12 main dungeons. It's got like 4 main dungeons in the castle, so that's 5, and then tons of mini ones, and then a massive open world thing. The shrines are not dungeons? Yeah, they are. They're mini dungeons. Because you enter them as you would a dungeon. You don't just like go to a shrine and pray at it and get a thing. It's like you actually enter these shrines and you solve a puzzle. And it's a little dungeon puzzle, It's like a little Zelda puzzle. They definitely fit the category of a video game dungeon. They don't have a boss to beat, but it's a puzzle. So it's like a little mini dungeon. Actually, some of them do have bosses. Some of them do have fights. So, yeah. They're just really small. They're like small mini dungeons. But they absolutely are dungeons. If you think about it from a video game standpoint or from an RPG standpoint. You enter a thing. You go through the thing. You solve the puzzle. You beat the thing. And then you get the reward at the end. It's definitely a small dungeon. It's like a little bite-sized puzzle dungeon. But then the four main animal dungeons, those are absolutely Zelda-style dungeons. And I have vivid memories of those playing through. Those are definitely full-blown dungeons with an end boss at the end. And then Hyrule Castle, obviously, is the biggest one. So I'd say, yeah, Breath of the Wild, you have like 5 main dungeons, and then like a swath of little mini dungeons, which are the shrines. Some of them very easy and small, some of them much more difficult. But Breath of the Wild did it for me. It did everything that I wanted a Zelda to do. And more, because like Skyward Sword, when it got to that point, like when the open world didn't really, it kind of took a back seat to like the story on rails type thing. I still enjoy it, but I don't enjoy it as much. And the first Zeldas that I played was like Link to the Past, Zelda 1. Both of those are just open world adventures. You can pretty much go wherever you want. You're blocked off in some paths, but I really like that. It was really invigorating to get into a world like that as some of my first action RPGs. And then Breath of the Wild just was more of that for me. So it's obviously colored by what I like out of Zelda. But I know I'm not alone. I've talked to a lot of people who absolutely love Breath of the Wild, Can't wait for 2. I've played it multiple times. Some people play Breath of the Wild just to relax them because of how chill it is just to go through the world and do whatever you want. It just kind of shows people play games for different reasons. People get different things from different games, you know? Like, it invigorates me to enter an open world game. Even a game like Genshin Impact. I played that back in September for a little bit, and it was really freaking fun just to kind of explore the world, solve the puzzles, get the things, do the story at the same time. Like, it was cool. But there just hit a point where I had done pretty much all the stuff I wanted to, and it got into kind of a daily grind, and I knew it was going to get there soon, and so I quit. That was it for me. But it was really fun to explore the whole world, you know? That was really cool. I really enjoyed that. But some people really enjoy the in-game daily grind thing to Genshin, and it wasn't, I wasn't really feeling that. It kind of starts to feel like daily quests in Modern WoW, where I'm just like, nope, thank you. I'll do it if it's the incentives are good enough, and like I can still explore the world and with other people, but Genshin is such a single-player experience that it's just like, nah, I'm not doing the daily grind. It's just that I'm not feeling that right now. I'm not in that place. In other times in my life, I probably would have been able to like get into the dailies and, you know, hang out and voice chat and talk to people while you do that. Kind of similar to like getting into like Diablo runs of like boss runs or whatever, but just not feeling it. At least in Diablo boss runs, like there's an incentive to like group with people. It's like easier. But even that, I'm not in the mood for right now, anyways. Thank you, Farer Art. VR chat, Breath of the Wild, Great Plateau. That would be a fun adventure. Holy crap. It's been a long time since I hooked up my VR headset and did anything. But I got to admit, it was really fun to mess around with that. Just gives me a headache after a couple hours. That big heavy thing strapped on my head. It's like fun for a couple hours, and then I start to get this headache, the VR headset headache. Getting back into streaming a lot. I don't know. I felt like it today. I've been thinking about it for a while now since I've been, you know, getting healthier. And the stream has been strange with my capture card just dying and me not being able to find my webcam. But I would like to do, yeah, I'd like to figure this stuff out. Because when I do chill streams with you guys and I'm feeling good, I like to have my cam on so we can have like a conversation. You guys can see my expressions and it feels more like a, you know, like a chat. I don't mind this either. It's extremely chill without a cam, but I was kind of looking forward to having that today. So we'll see. Hopefully my capture card just comes back on and then I can just get back to it. If not, I'll have to figure something else out. Get another capture card with Timmy's donation or look into another webcam situation. But I like streaming. It's fun. It's a fun thing for me to do in my off time. It's an excuse for me to play games, sometimes just chill and chat like today. I haven't played a game. I've just had one of my favorite intros ever playing over and over again, which makes me feel good. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it too. It's good stuff. What VR do I have? I have the original Oculus. The Oculus, whatever, headset. The drumming is awesome. Oh yeah, the drum streams. Could mess around with some drum streams, man. I'm out of shape for that, dude. I'd have to like take it easy. No, I don't have an Oculus Go, just the original Oculus. Like the full-blown Oculus from a couple of years ago. Yeah, Oculus Rift, that's what it's called. Zoxlor's got it. It's been so long I forgot what the thing's called. I remember back then I really wanted that Vive Pro. That was the one with the higher resolution and the better sensors. Because VR chat is hilarious to me. And I love to do stupid stuff in that. Like, walk around. But it's been a long time. What inspired getting healthy? Oh, I had a chronic health issue. It was terrifying. And, fix it with food. I basically had two options. I was either gonna like be on drugs for the rest of my life to manage the pain, and eventually be up for an organ transplant someday,
which is what the doctors say, or follow this advice that I got in this book by Anthony William that says you can fix most chronic health issues, the mystery illnesses, with food. And I tried it and it absolutely worked. I'm like 90 to 95% better, and it's just getting better every week. Far Art, thank you for the sub. And like I explained earlier in the stream, like it helped my mom. She's struggled with like rheumatoid arthritis and mystery pain and all this other crap, inflammation her whole life. Doctors just give her drugs to manage the pain, and she went on the same protocol, and then like boom, like within like a week, 2 weeks of just changing your diet, taking away harmful foods, putting in good foods, it's like, man, it's like magic. It starts to help. And I mean, you also have some strange symptoms, like if your liver is kind of in a bad shape, your liver can go through a detox, which is kind of freaky because your liver is the filter of your body, which that happened to me too. I had a patch of eczema just happen all over my head or not all over my head, but quite a big spot. But all my other symptoms went away. And then I learned that whenever the liver is detoxing, as a filter does, when you start to clean the filter, it has to release the stuff to get out of your body. And one of the detox symptoms is eczema, especially if your liver has a lot of pesticides, which our world has a lot of pesticides, which are heavy metal based, and your liver protects you from those. And the only way it can protect you is to just grab onto them and hold them. So, long story short, I'm in a much better place. I've eliminated the foods that feed the bad bugs, the pathogens, and I'm eating a lot of foods such as sun-dried apricots here that help clean all that up. It's been great. The book is by Anthony William. It was called Medical Medium. And yeah, absolutely life-changing. Insane. Just, it's changed my life 100%. My mom's life. It's changing my younger brother's life. Even my dad, who has suffered with chronic sinusitis his entire adult life. I was like, Dad, you need to stop eating dairy and eggs, because that's probably, and wheat flour, because those things feed strep, and chronic sinusitis, according to Anthony William, is generally strep, and or strep based. And guess what? He stopped eating eggs and dairy for 2 weeks, and guess what happened? His chronic sinusitis, which he just was given drugs for, or told that it was allergies his whole life, disappeared for the most part. And then he ate eggs again, and it came back. And then he stopped eating eggs and dairy, and it goes away. And he's been on this roller coaster where he'll cheat and have some scrambled eggs and biscuits and gravy and stuff, and it'll get worse. But now it's like it shows that like there are a lot of pathogens that are in the human body nowadays that have favorite foods, and a lot of them are nasty because of the way we use antibiotics, and they're kind of like superbugs, like strep. Like the strep virus, the strep that exists nowadays is very different than the strep that existed 100 years ago or 500 years ago. Because of the way that doctors prescribe antibiotics now. We got superbugs. And it's not just strep, it's a lot of other things. But they happen to really, really like eggs, dairy, and wheat flour. Those are the primary three things. And that's the first thing I did, was I eliminated those from my diet. And in a week, the pain that I was feeling every single day dropped down to half. And in 2 weeks, it dropped down to like 30%. And I'm like, wow. And I've been on that road ever since. All of 2020, man. It's been a healing journey for me. And it's given me so much more energy. I cut out caffeine as well, because I was using caffeine as a drug to manage my pain and low energy, which most people do. Most people use caffeine just because of they're suffering from something, or they get just used to that. They need that bump. But the problem is our adrenal glands can't handle that after a while. Can't squeeze and squeeze and squeeze your adrenals your whole life and expect you to be healthy. So cutting out caffeine, and man, and then replacing my all the ramen I used to eat, eggs and cheese and dairy and all the pizzas and stuff, with just like healthy stuff. It's been a habit building. But dude, that's the reason why I decided to stream today, is because I feel healthier than I felt in like the past 10 years almost. Well, almost definitely. I'm still on the journey, and I know it's like I still have healing to do, but my joint pain is 90% gone. The pain I've felt in my internal organs is like 95% gone, just because of this. Like in this past year, and toward the end of the last times I streamed, I stopped streaming because I was feeling those symptoms even worse while I was streaming, because of the energy I was expending while talking to you guys and playing WoW and all that stuff, and even playing drums all the time. And it's been quite a journey, man. Ever since you guys saw me stream regularly, I stopped making music regularly because of that. I didn't have any energy. And dude, it's been good. Again, I'm not a health professional. This is not medical advice, but I am telling you my story. And, you know, some stuff I learned in India when I went in 2018, and the medical medium book that I got, written by Anthony William. Dude, if you're struggling with any chronic health stuff that's mystery based and doctors don't know what it is and you're just on drugs to manage, either self-medication or, you know, prescription medication, highly recommend you pick up that book. any book by that guy. He's got the keys, and it's some powerful stuff. He even has a podcast out. Some of it's on SoundCloud, and this wonderful woman I follow on Twitter, she tweeted out one day that she was suffering from some chronic illness. Which one was it? It was one of the ones I'd recently read about. Oh, acid reflux, you know, which is kind of a mystery thing. They just put you on drugs, right? They say manage it. And I had listened to his podcast, Anthony's podcast, on acid reflux and what it's caused by, and how it's a complex issue that involves your liver connecting to your stomach and your guts, and how your stomach and your liver kind of get worn out because of just getting overloaded, which mine was, by the way. And I had actually had some weird acid reflux in the past couple of years, and it never happened in my whole life, and it would just happen. And long story short, I listened to that whole podcast, and then I saw this wonderful woman who I follow on Twitter. She was suffering from that. I sent her a DM. I'm like, hey, listen, I was struggling, you know, from some chronic stuff and also some acid reflux. Here's the link to the podcast. Hopefully this helps, you know. And she messaged me back later and said, thank you so much. I didn't expect anything like this. And so I may have randomly helped this woman I found on Twitter with her acid reflux situation. And she's young. She's in her early 20s from what I understand. So there's a lot of people out there struggling with stuff that is just like, you know, you go to the doctor and they just give you meds to manage it. And then you're paying for meds to manage it. You're on insurance, or sometimes you're staying home from work because of it, you know, because some mystery illness. And I won't name names unless he wants to be named, but like I have a mod in my Discord community who has been struggling with some chronic illness stuff. So, you know, it's kind of getting serious to the point where I reached out to him and I was like, hey man, you know, I've got some info if you want it that could help with this. And he was open to it, and I talked to him, and you know, it was cool, because it's just like any hope that you can give someone that's been through something like you have is really powerful. It feels like doing a good deed. It feels like spreading, you know, paying it forward, right? So it's been a journey this past year and a half, man. Oh, stomach ulcer. Yeah, I had a friend that had one of those from stress back when he was 15, 16. Just, he had horrible family issues, and he wasn't eating good food either. And when you're not eating well, and you're stressed out, man, you know, your body takes a hit. His name is Anthony William, Porky Minch. He has a book called his first book was called Medical Medium. I've bought most of his other books. He usually sells them at an extreme discount because he just wants to get people out with this info. He has free podcasts out all over SoundCloud and Apple and iTunes, and highly recommend his information. It's so freaking simple and helpful, and gets into the nitty-gritty of a lot of these mystery illnesses that are just going around nowadays, like I had, and my mom had, and my brother was developing, and one of my Twitch mods, you know, he had. So yeah, dude, thank you, the Dead Sec 101. It's nice to be back. It's nice to feel good again. Glad you're doing better. Speaking the truth, similar journey. Yeah, man. It really started for me when I went to India back in 2018 and heard some funky stuff from some of these Hindu monks that were telling me things about my body that no one knew except me. Kind of like Matrix style, right? Where you know, someone comes up to you and tells you something that no one knows except for yourself. And then you know, year and a half later, it gets worse and worse, and then you start to tell people around you because you're worried, and then you, like me, find something else going on, and you got to fix it one way or another. Because it was like, I enjoy life, right? I enjoy making music and streaming and just doing stuff and petting my cat and playing video games, right? I don't want to just like fizzle away with some freaking mystery illness. I'm not that type of person. I'm gonna look for everything I can to make me healthy, so I can be healthy, so people around me can be healthy, and because life is fun. Life is full of cool stuff, and streaming is fun. So that's another thing, you know. I kind of missed streaming, so. Ellie, have a good grocery trip. And Julio, I hope you have been enjoying your hibernation. Or are you talking about me hibernating? Because I definitely have been. Just chiming in with health issues. I suffered heavily from type 2 diabetes, diabetic retinopathy, nerve issue. Was able to reverse everything through intermittent fasting, keto, and exercise. Anthony talks about all of these things, and they can all be very, very helpful. Very helpful. The only issue with keto that I've learned is that it can pose issues later on because the body runs on glucose, aka fruit, and in the long term, you can develop some things if you don't allow your body that fuel that it needs, especially your brain, which runs on sugars, good sugars. So I have some family members, especially some in-laws that have done some keto stuff recently, and it's helped produce a lot of their stuff. But then, you know, staying on that thing for a decade or more, it can be really hard on your body. So highly recommend looking into Anthony Williams for his information, because it's really simple, man. It's like it jives with the information that I had stumbled across back in 2016, 17, 18, where like I read this book by this yogi who lived in the mountains of the Himalayas, and he was talking about how like if you look at the way the Earth is, like it's like if you look at the Earth like it's a video game. He didn't say that because he wrote this book in the late 1890s, but this is the way I translate. If you look at the Earth like it's a video game, and you look at us like we're characters or NPCs, you kind of want to look at the way that things are programmed. And food is programmed very, very easily for us. The most easily accessible fruit that we're programmed to look at, be attracted to, smell, and eat, just in that, you know, kind of order, is fruit. It's colorful, it's flavorful, it's fragrant, it turns colors when it's ready, it falls off the tree when it's ready. And so it's like, if you look at it like that, we're programmed to eat fruit. Humans are, at least. Primarily. We obviously need salts to survive as well. Fruits don't have sodium, too much sodium, so you get sodium from other means, you know, through leafy greens, through meats, through sometimes just mineral salt. Seaweed, a lot of cultures, they harvest seaweed and eat it. It's super rich in salt. And so you can look at that, and you start to go down the list of like what we're programmed to eat, and it's kind of interesting because you start to see things like, when you see it through those eyes, you see things like animals, and it's like we're not programmed to look at those and think about food. It's more like we have to program ourselves to look at those and think about food. And things like eggs are not necessarily tasty unless you're starving, and you add a bunch of stuff to them. Again, you program yourself to eat those. We're programmed to have dairy immediately because that's what our mother gives us, right? But there comes a point where you stop eating dairy. So you kind of have to program yourself to eat it later in life. It has to be part of your societal programming, your family programming, community programming. But dairy can taste very good. I mean, I think it's usually, especially when it's in a cheese and it's really salty. But it's interesting to look at humanity and look at the earth from the eyes of like a program, from the eyes of like a grand program, from the eyes of like a spawn, like you spawn here on this thing, and what's going on here. What are the native programs running? What are the background programs running? What are the community, societal, or even religious programs running? And like, how do those jive with the way the earth is versus us? I started to think about this, and it was like, after reading that book, I was like, that is the most beautiful way I've ever heard food described. So, yeah. And looking at keto from that aspect, keto is very much not necessarily the way that, I mean, it's the way, like, especially like Northern Europeans would eat for survival, because they're not fruit up in like Norway and the northern reaches of like Russia and stuff, where my ancestors are from. You know, you had to adapt to survive, and humans are so good at adapting. And so that's when you store dried meat, you find fish to eat, you learn how to make fish tasty, you store dairy, you learn how to store plants and fruit to ferment it so it'll last over the winter. You get clever, humans get clever with food. And that doesn't necessarily mean that's the best way for us to eat, but it means it's a way that we can survive. And looking at it like that, it's kind of crazy. And then I started looking at my own diet, and I was seeing that I was just kind of running a lot of programs that I never thought about. You just eat whatever. And I never thought about the grand scheme of things. And, yeah. So, I've been off a lot of food that I ate for my whole life. This past year and a half. So there's another food rant for you guys. Nothing new on my stream. Make fish tasty? Pff, I'll take it raw. Oh, goodness, dude. Raw fish. It's got to be the cleanest raw fish, and even then, it's like I would always add stuff to it. Have a good one, Julio. Get some work done. Omar Mustard. Missed the food rants. Speaking of food, mustard, dude. Mustard is a good spice. I add it to things all the time nowadays. Mustard's actually really healing for the body. And it's good if you use it right. Just like mustard seed, mustard, ground mustard. Yeah, keto is really helpful for kicking like bad sugars, and keto also gets you off wheat flour, which is huge. Wheat flour is pretty detrimental to most people's health. But long term, man, it can cause some issues because your body runs on sugar, whether you like it or not. It needs glucose. Our brain is programmed to use glucose muscles. So keto is like a funny little hack for your body that you force your body to turn proteins and fats into glucose, which is a labor-intensive process. You'll lose a lot of weight, and it can get you off some really harmful foods like soda pop and wheat flour and stuff, and donuts. But long term, man, I think there's a better way if you start looking at the big picture. Just take some discipline, which keto also takes discipline. So I think if you're on the keto path, you're probably heading toward the right path anyways. So what's up, Foxophonist? Welcome to the stream. Oh, you make homemade mustard? That's cool. I've never done that. Can lose a lot of muscle mass with it too if you're not careful with macros. Yeah, interesting thing that I've learned is like muscles actually need sugar to build. Proteins are the building blocks, yeah, but you don't need much of them. Like bananas build crazy muscle as long as you're just getting the minimum amount of protein that you need, which isn't much. And I learned that this past year, dude. Eating like 7 bananas a day, 8 bananas a day with everything else, and like working out and doing trampoline and stuff. It's like, wow. It's true, man. Your muscles need sugar to build, especially good potassium and those good minerals. Grew up on McDonald's, never again. Oh yeah, dude. I had a conversation with a friend the other day about Big Macs and how I used to eat Big Macs, man. That was my McDonald's treat. I would skip the Happy Meal when I was a kid and go for a Big Mac. Still think it tastes good, but I will never eat one of those again. What do I eat for protein? I like green peas. I do spirulina every day, which is mass amount of protein. And usually at night for dinner, I'll do some like raw cashews or something like that. I'll eat some hummus, which is like bean dip and beans. I do kidney beans. Get plenty of protein. Because I haven't done meat since 2018 still. I've been off meat for like 3 years now. Yeah, it has been 3 years, wow. And it's been a good year, over a year now since I've kicked eggs and dairy. So my protein has been primarily from like legumes, lentils, and some nuts and seeds, and a lot of spirulina every day. Which spirulina is wonderful if you're looking to clean up your liver, clean up your, if you got mercury fillings. It really helps pull toxins out of your body that just chill, that have been chilling for decades in my case. Pea protein powder? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that unless you're just wanting to make shakes. Just get some frozen peas and steam them, man. They're so good. They're cheap. $2 for like a pound of frozen organic peas. Steam them on the, on your stove, and then just like put whatever you want on them. Or eat them plain. They're good plain too. Peas are actually really salty. They have a lot of natural salt in them, so it's another way to get sodium. Frozen peas are good as is. If you want to chomp on some crunchy peas, you can do that. But steaming, I've been steaming a lot of vegetables because that's just the way to make them preserve the most nutrients. It's a really gentle way to cook things. Got a little steam pot, steamer. Smooth McGroove streams are really nostalgic for me. Well, man, I hope I find that old nostalgic webcam. Then we'll make it really nostalgic for you guys that have been watching me for years, because I'll get that old webcam up and it'll look just like 2013, 2014. That old washed out webcam. I really want to find that thing. Hardest thing about special diets is trying to eat with other people. Yeah, it's really habit forming, because when you're dealing with food, you're dealing with habits, and you're also dealing with emotions. And you got to come to terms with yourself with that first, about the emotional connection we have with food and the habitual connection we have with it. If you can master yourself, though, then you can master eating with other people, because you have your core taken care of and you won't be swayed. That's the hardest part. Making sure that you always have options that work for you, and you're confident. And especially for me, like The food, literally the way that I eat now has healed my body. I'm so grateful for it that I honor that more than I want to honor eating something else at someone else's house just for comfort. You know what I mean? It's like, it's beyond that at this point. So. Wait, does my stream say Mario Kart? It should say Zelda. The new Twitch, it should say SNES. What does it say for you guys? Now I'm curious. It says retro. What's the stream title say? Okay, good. So it is that. Someone was just reminiscing about Mario Kart. I almost loaded in Mario Kart 7 today. That was one of my choices. But I kind of wanted to chat with you guys for a while, and it turns out the while has turned into the entire stream. I've been streaming for 2 hours, 22 minutes, 22 seconds as I look. 2. But that's actually the second stream. Our first stream was a good hour. So it's been 3 hours, 22 minutes, probably. Do I have a cheat day? No. Cheating your day. If you have a cheat day, you're cheating yourself. Especially if it's your health. Like, because of what I know now, like, if I decided to have a cheat day where I eat, like, eggs or dairy or wheat flour or whatever the heck, I know that would just punish my body. And I would feel bad about it inside. You know, aches and pains would come back. You know, energy would go down. I actually had a couple cheat days in the beginning of 2020, like, where I'd eat, you know, some good food with butter or something like that, some dairy. And after being off that for a month or 2 or 3, and then you eat something like that, it's such a contrast. I felt my energy go down. It was like, and I remember that I used to feel like this all the time when I would eat, and I thought it was normal. I thought it was normal to lose energy after a meal, to feel tired after a meal. And it put it in such contrast for me. And then again, months later, I accidentally ate some eggs because my friend went to get, or actually, it was my wife went to get food with her friend, and they got me some veggie burgers, and I ate 2 of them. And I felt kind of gross afterwards. I was like, man, well, maybe those are really oily or something. I don't know, because I don't eat a whole lot of oil anymore. Because oil is not a good food to eat. Because it's not really a food. It's like a part of a food. But then I called the place where they got them, and these freaking veggie burgers were made out of eggs. And I'm like, these are not veggie burgers, they're egg burgers. And I felt disgusting for the next, like, day. So, like, my body was having to deal with the fact that I ate all these eggs. And it put into contrast for me, like, this is how you feel when you eat eggs. This is how you feel when you eat dairy. You know what I mean? And it's like, I eat so clean now. And I feel, and like, meals give me energy now. Which is in a huge contrast to the way I grew up, the way they ate as an adult. So, I can't go back. So a cheat day for me is cheating myself. And I don't want to cheat myself. I enjoy life too much. So, there's another rant for you. Sorry, I just answered someone's question. Do I still eat meat? No, I haven't eaten meat since I got back from India in 2018. And I don't really miss it. The only time I ever think about meat is like when I'm like freaking hungry, you know, like when you get ravenously hungry and your body just starts craving everything it can think about. But then I'll go eat a normal meal and then I'll feel fine. I think eating meat was just a habit for me too.
Charles, come here, buddy.
Charlie eats meat. Because he's a freaking carnivore. He's got a short digestive system with sharp teeth all in his mouth. Look at those fangs. Yeah, look at those fangs. He's petting my finger and his fang is showing. And it's adorably terrifying. What's up, buddy? I fed you earlier. What do you want? Charles? No, his name is Charles, singular. You want to hang out with me again? You coming up here? Oh, he's coming up here. Come on. Yeah, come on, here. I'll put my leg like this. Come here, buddy. Come on. Or are you trying to get me to go with you? Sometimes he comes in here and he's like, come with me. You've been in here for too long. My face cam died after an hour. It froze. And I think my capture card is dead. Or something. Yeah, so those of you guys who have been here the whole stream, like, yeah, the first hour was like full face cam and then it just froze. And then I went on another journey to try to find a webcam and I couldn't find one. Hey, buddy. Yes, Welly Ritter. Same cat from that music video, and I know what you're referencing. Trained by the best. He's 10 years old now. He's a big boy. What are you doing, big boy? He loves being pet. Got into watching so many YouTubers and streamers because of Smooth. One of your streams you recommended watching Nintendo Capri Sun. Now you always watch him? That's awesome. Yeah, Tim's a good guy. He's got a great heart, and he keeps it real. I try to catch Tim's streams sometimes and just lurk. In fact, yeah, Nintendo Capri Sun, he was one of the first guys, the first YouTubers that I knew about, that I was like a fan of already, that found my YouTube channel when I started it. He was one of the first guys. Because I remember one of my buddies was like, dude, Nintendo Capri Sun commented on one of your videos. That's huge. And I was like, no way. And it was true. He commented on my Mega Man 2 Dr. Wily theme video. And then freaking JonTron of all people commented on it. And my mind was just blown because I used to watch Game Grumps whenever John was on there. And it was just like, is this real life? I'm fans of these people.
Charles, what are you doing? Charles. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. You still eat meat? I give you fish.
I sometimes wonder if cats have any perception of time. Because I'm like, Charles 10 years old, that means he's been alive for like 3,650 plus days. Does he feel like that? Does he think about, I don't think cats do. I don't think cats have any perception of like big picture past or future like we do. They don't think about it.
No, I think that's a gift. Isn't that good, Charles? You have a good day every day. Every day's a good day. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Good pets.
Well, this has successfully been a chill stream. I wanted it to be chill, and there was a little hype in the beginning, because of all you guys like getting pumped, resubbing and all that, and then the whole webcam failing debacle. That was not chill, but it was fun. And then we've just been chilling since then. Charles is watching the chat scroll by. What is that, buddy? You reading that? Oh, that's cool, Eeps. You call that a good stream? Heck yeah, Omar. Charles, someone's saying hi to you. They're saying hi to you, buddy. You see that? He's just licking my finger. I think that's good. That's good. Nathan Melton, thank you for the 2 months. And thank you for the Prime. And it's good to be back. I'm looking forward to getting my webcam situation fixed to where that won't happen again on stream. Because that was a little bummed. I was a little bummed about that. But it's all good. I can't show you guys Charles because of it. I always like to show Charles to you guys. And it's been good to kind of give you guys an update on what's been going on this past year and a half, because I didn't want to talk about it while it was happening, because it can bum people out, especially if you're not 100% back. But I can 100% say that like I feel better than I have in years because of this. And the whatever it is solved. And it feels great to know that. It feels great to feel that. To have the energy to stream, to have the energy to mess with the music again. To exercise and just do whatever I want. It's great. To play video games. Being back in business, yeah. The chat is pre-recorded, including us mentioning it right now. Thought about making a YouTube video about all this. Just to kind of give, my 2.5 million subscribers an update. Because I haven't talked to them at all about it. Much less, or you guys. Talked to Discord about it a little bit, just because Discord community is active every day, but Sniffy Boy, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. But yeah, I may make a
a YouTube video talking about it just to, because I feel like I should. Whether I start making acapella videos immediately or not, because I have some music that I have recorded. Not much completed stuff in the past year. But I'd like to get back on that too. Being creative and releasing music again. Just because I have so many ideas, I just need to get in on it. Get back into that groove, if I may say so. You popped in an old video a couple days ago and the comments are all fraught with worry. Yeah, well, it's cool that people still watch my videos. Even though I can, like, fall off the face of the earth for a while. But this has been different, man. Like, all my breaks have been for rest and recovery, but this one was kind of like a make or break thing. The DuckTales Moon theme, dude. I remember recording that video and how fun it was to release it. And now, right after I released it, I realized a mistake. That happened a couple times. A few times. That after I'd released a video, I'd be like, oh no, I did this part a little wrong. Or, oh crap, I did this part a little wrong. But most people didn't notice. Some people did. But I guess, you know, if it's not perfect, it's more interesting, right? Perfect isn't as interesting. How's Corona for me? You know, just more staying home. The Zelda's Lullaby remaster V2, yeah, it was fun to redo, like, songs, make them sound good again. Some of those old ones do sound good, like, DuckTales Moon Theme still sounds really good. If I redid that song, there's a couple things I would do differently, and I think it would sound better, but that one sound pretty good. Did I catch COVID? I actually may have caught COVID during the Classic WoW days. If we have like Ellie's here or Zoxors, any of those guys, I caught something really, really nasty toward the very end of December of 2019. And the symptoms matched COVID. The symptoms matched it. It just felt like a really bad flu. And I haven't been tested because I just don't go anywhere like that requires it. But I may have caught it. I don't know. My dad tested positive, but he didn't have any symptoms, which means he may have caught it before. I don't know. It's just such a weird virus. It's like, you know, I've got a good buddy who's a firefighter, and he answers, you know, the COVID calls. And the vast majority of the people that are dying or have died or the older people that were already struggling with health in nursing homes and things, and vulnerable people in nursing homes. Vast majority. And I think that's really sad, but it also kind of means that the virus doesn't, you know, it's like, it's just a really bad flu. It does what the flu does, except worse, maybe. And it's got a weirder thing going on with it. And, you know, I think people are really scared, and that's fine to be scared, but, like, I think that at the same time, you shouldn't let fear rule your life. You should live. You should enjoy life. Be cautious, you know, wash your hands, do whatever you need to do. I think hand washing isn't given a big enough thing. Because I think people touch crap all the time, and then they touch their face. They touch their eyes, man. Like, wash your hands, you know, before you eat, after you eat, after you go grocery shopping, you know? Like, from the Anthony William guy who has helped me fix my diet and fix my health, he even talks about how, like, after you go out grocery shopping and working, change your clothes immediately, because your clothes may be holding crap and viral particles from the grocery store or work or whatever. And that kind of stuff. It's like, you know, just you should do that anyways. He talked about that before COVID. And I thought about that when COVID happened. And also, you know, fill your freaking diet with antiviral foods, which people don't know that, like, a lot of foods fight viruses. A lot of foods, like, really, really fight viruses, and a lot of herbs fight viruses. Like lemon balm is extremely antiviral. Wild blueberry is extremely antiviral. Most raw fruits that have a lot of color are very antiviral, like bananas. Viruses cannot live in them. They help your body purge them, get rid of them. But a lot of people eat a lot of foods that actually feed viruses, which I talked about, you know. Like, if you want to grow viruses in a lab, guess what you feed them? You feed them eggs, you feed them dairy, you can even give them, like, wheat gluten. They'll feast on that, viruses and bacteria.
So the more you eliminate that kind of crap, virus food from your diet, you eliminate anything that viruses can eat in your body. And then you put in stuff that they don't want to eat. In fact, it kills them. You start winning. You can even take an amino acid called L-lysine. Get a good source of L-lysine. It's antiviral, especially toward the herpetic viruses. So there's all these little buffs you can do, you know? You clear your debuffs, right? Which is what I've done, and then you start buffing yourself. After you clear all your debuffs, you buff yourself. You cleanse yourself, you buff yourself. You continue doing that. You make a habit of cleansing your debuffs and then buffing yourself every single day with your diet and supplements. And you know, life's good. Life's great. You just got to keep on it, you know? Keep up the habit. Keep up your rotation. I really like thinking about diet and supplements as like buffs and debuffs. Like you buff yourself up. Feels like it to me, man. Porky, that's also true. When your immune system is healthy and your body is healthy, you can easily deal with viruses, but there's also the issue of the fact that a lot of viruses and pathogens like to hide in your body, and the liver is one of the places they hide very easily. And if your liver is in bad shape because you eat fried chicken and fries and hamburgers all day, then those viruses and strep or whatever the heck is hiding in your liver. Some people, it hides in their thyroid. Unfortunately, if you got thyroid issues, that's another mystery illness. Anthony talks about this, and I have an in-law with thyroid issues, and it's almost guaranteed to be their diet is really bad. They're overweight and everything, but there are places where these things can hide from your immune system, and your liver is one of the places that's most important. So if you eat liver cleansing foods that like beef up your liver, that help your liver, that don't harm your liver, that don't overload your liver can purge the crap that it needs to. Your immune system can deal with it. Boom, you're back on the the health train. You're not waiting for like a big stress bomb to happen in your life and your immune system goes down and everything that's been hiding in your liver, your thyroid, or any of that kind of stuff comes out to play, which happened to me back in 2010. And that's, it was diagnosed in me as mono. And it happened after an extremely stressful period in my life. And it usually happens with these mystery viruses like mono, or in any of these pathogens. It's like, anyways, I got a long health journey I've been on, and I've been learning a lot, and I've been experimenting a lot, and it's worked for me, and it's been great, and I feel great to be back. I feel great to be streaming and making music again. I have been recording again, guys. I have some acapellas that are on the way. I have some non-acapellas that I've been working on, some original stuff I've been fooling with. I don't know if it's good or not, but I'm having fun. So, yeah. Feels good to be healthy again. Healthy in a big way, not just temporarily, and not just drinking caffeine and feeling good, and then I need to drink caffeine again tomorrow to feel good way, which is what I did for years. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of train that I was on for a while. And sometimes I would just like not drink caffeine for like two weeks or even a month and just feel down. Anyways. Yes, I know all about Candida. Candida's actually not... Candida's a secondary symptom of health usually. Like if you have a Candida overgrowth, there's something else going on with that. It's not just Candida. It's usually bacterial as well that's working with the fungus, because they usually synergistically work together in the body. Because even healthy bodies have Candida. You usually have Candida in you, because it's just whenever there's an overgrowth happening, there's something else going on. And it's usually diet related, it's usually some other pathogen. I've been learning a lot about this stuff because of my own health. And I've had a lot of challenges. Yeah. I have been drinking herbal teas these past couple years. I do lemon balm tea, I do licorice tea. They help very good. Lemon balm is actually antiviral. It helps destroy viruses, actually destroy them. And licorice helps support your adrenals to keep them going when your body is dealing with viruses and pathogens. It's like a battery for your adrenals. It's wonderful, especially if you're trying to get off caffeine. Licorice is wonderful. That's pretty much taken my whole routine away from what I used to do was coffee and tea and even yerba mate, another caffeinated beverage, which I thought was healthier, and it is, but... Anyways, man, yeah, I've been on a journey, guys. Everyone's on a journey. We're all on a journey. Can I have everything you're saying on paper? Honestly, just go look up Anthony William. He has the good advice for just helping with chronic illness issues, like mystery illnesses. Those illnesses where you go to a doctor and they're just like, well, take this, it'll make you feel better. I don't know. Anthony William, his first book that I read it back in 2017. It was given to me in kind of a chain of a gift. It was given to my mom, then my mom gave it to me because she was like, you need to read this. And the book's called Medical Medium. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's great. He just puts stuff in a really simple way, and I put it into practice 100% in January of 2020. It's been over a year now. It's been over, and my health has completely U-turned. I went from being in a really bad state to feeling great. And it's all diet and supplements and understanding why. For me, it was understanding why. A lot of people, I think you can just kind of like, it's like a program, you can just tell them what to do and they'll do it and it works. And that's fine too, but I'm very much, I want to know why. And because that helps me understand. It's like, why in the heck do I feel like this? Why do I feel in pain? Why do I have achy joints? Why am I getting random headaches? Why do I have acid reflux? I thought I eat well. Helped me so much to understand that, like, yeah. And you know, exercise. Like what Porky says, exercise is a big thing for me. Like one of those monks told me in India in 2018, they're like, you need to do aerobic exercise. I'm like, aerobic? And it's true. Like, the more I've learned about the way my body is and my health works, like, I need to be doing exercise every single day that gets my heart pumping, that gets my muscles moving and working. Not necessarily weight exercises, but like jumping jacks and jumping on a trampoline or riding a bike, you know. And that's helped me so much during this because it gets the blood moving through all your organs. It gets the, you know, you get your immune system just popping. It gets your body feeling good, gets your nervous system feeling good. And, you know, between diet and exercise and supplements, man, it's been a crazy past year and a half for me. And even 3 years if I really start looking at the beginning. But it really sucks to be, you know, to be in a point which I was in where, like, I didn't even feel like exercising because my body felt so bad. Like, even exercising didn't feel good to me because I would, like, be sore or whatever. I just didn't have the energy. That was really scary. I'm like, dude, I'm not that old. What's going on? I eat well. What's going on? And a lot of us just have funky pathogens chilling in our system. And they choose a time to come out. And sometimes, you know, it happens when you're 20. Sometimes it happens when you're 15. Sometimes it happens when you're 35. Sometimes it happens when you're 40. And then boom. Time to really get this, you know. Your body's like, I can't take anymore. We need to fix this. Yeah, cardio exercise is wonderful for just getting that blood moving, and you know, if you put on a good diet on top of it, your body will. I heard it described 10 years ago as an anti-inflammatory diet by a physical trainer, and the way he put it is, in his version of an anti-inflammatory diet, you take out wheat flour because wheat flour is only inflammatory. You take out dairy because dairy is only inflammatory because of the hormones, and then for him it was you take out red meats because red meats are inflammatory. I eliminated all meats like 3 years ago, so I already had that. So I just eliminated like a few things, and it helps so much. Even just replacing like your normal wheat pasta and pizza with like rice. I did that in the beginning, and that helped so much. Even just switching to rice from wheat was a huge buff for me. It cleared a debuff, and it opened up a path for healing for me. It was just, it was good. Just little things here and there, man. You just stack up your buffs. Before you know it, your health bar starts going up. And then you start eliminating those debuffs. And your health bar stops going down. And then you start feeling better. And if you start to gamify life like that, you start to look at life like an RPG, like you're an RPG character, and you're clearing your debuffs and you're buffing yourself, you feel so much, it's fun. It's kind of like a fun game system, you know? And I think that way. I've always thought that way. Ever since I played this freaking game, Link to the Past, or like Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger, it's like, especially when I started playing online RPGs where buffs and debuffs really, really matter in real time, you start to think about yourself like that. It's fun. I like it. It makes it kind of fun for me and less doomy and gloomy and a lot more like a game, because it is. Now let's go kill Oni IRL. Let's do it, dude. I need another Onyxia hide backpack to put my new webcam in. And my sun-dried apricots. I also have some dried figs I grabbed. I didn't eat any, though. You guys like dried figs? Fig Newtons have dried figs in them. They're so good, dude. I eat so much good food nowadays. And like for streaming, just having like dried fruit is so good. I had some bananas and wild blueberries this morning, man. It was tasty. We don't grow old, we level up. Heck yeah, dude. What's up, Dr. Butt? Chrono Trigger. Dude, yeah, I could turn on the Chrono Trigger intro. You want me to? Oh, that's a good one. Being a picky eater sucks. Yeah, that's where you get into the how like eating is really delving into the emotions and the mental state and the habits. Let's load up Chrono Trigger. Let's do it. Where's Chrono Trigger? Boom. Let's go. Yes. Dried mango's tasty. I love juicy fresh mangoes though. Eliminating bread is tough. Yeah, eliminating bread was something I did immediately. I eliminated my ramen habit, eating bread, eating pizza with my friends. I got gluten-free options like rice or oat-based or corn or whatever, anything but wheat. It took a while getting used to, but I'm 100% off it, and I feel so much better. It makes your gut shrink too. I've heard it called bread belly. People get bread belly because, you know, wheat flour, it kind of inflames your guts. It's inflammatory. It's true. You know, I still eat ramen and pizza, but I have wheat-free versions. I have rice ramen, and I have like a rice and potato-based pizza crust I buy. It's amazing. So I still eat those. Oh my gosh, this song. Hey, have a good one, Joey B. Oh, I love this song. This is one of my favorite songs that I ever covered on my channel. I think I did a pretty decent job, especially toward the end. The harmonies. I was so proud of it. And the composer for the song actually posted my version of this song on his Facebook back in 2014 and gushed about it. And I was like, is this real life? This is crazy. Good feelings, man. Yeah, Yasunori Mitsuda did that. And I mean, I could just like, I remember at that point I was like, I'm done. I don't need to do anything else. I'm like, I could die now. You know, that type of feeling. Obviously, I didn't want to, but that feeling was just like crazy. Because he's one of the legends. You know, him and Nobuo and Koji Kondo. All those like 90s JRPG composers. They're just like on a different level. Oh, thank you, Omar. Yeah, Wonko. I did that on purpose because I was like, man, I gotta add that in. That's correct, Phonics. Welcome to the stream. This is the Smooth McGroove. Xenogears, another classic, dude. I only did one song from that game, but man, I want to do more songs from Xenogears. When I really get down to it, my favorite songs from video games are usually from the RPGs with beautiful worlds and stories. I love Street Fighter and even Mario and Sonic and stuff, but like when I really get down to like soul searching, I just want to do like Xenogears songs and Chrono Trigger songs and Final Fantasy songs. You know, from games like that, because I care about it, like Secret of Mana, like games that just affected me in that way. Not just like, oh, fun game, you know, like Sonic and Mario, you know, Mega Man, those are great games, but they didn't affect me in that same way, in that deep way. Doing well, Phonics. That's cool that you were listening to my music. But I could absolutely just go on like a JRPG kick. And even Zelda does that to me, just because like of the depth of the world that you're in. I've gone on a couple Zelda kicks on my channel. I did like a Twilight Princess kick where I did like 3 or 4 songs in a row. Feels very indulgent for me, but I love it. It feels good doing a song like the Ice Palace from Secret of Mana, which no one suggests that crap, but that's one of my favorite songs. Like, if I want to listen to an acapella that I've done and I want to enjoy it, I'll probably go pick, like, One Who Bangs Fares at God. What did I say? Bangs Bears? One Who Bears Fangs at God from Xenogears, or like Ice Palace from Secret of Mana, or like Chrono Trigger Intro. Like, these are my favorites. And they won't get as much views as like Guile's theme or, you know, Undertale stuff. But there's just something about it. There's just like another level of depth that I love. It just feels so much more indulgent for me. Thumbs up from your fiance? Awesome. And even songs from MMOs, you know, like EverQuest or World of Warcraft, like other games that I've spent like dozens and dozens of hours on. It just feels so fun to do those. Indulgent. That guy, I'm glad. I feel the same way. Like, if I'm to be 100% real, and I'm like, if someone was like, what are your best songs that you've ever put out on your channel? I'd be like, you know, Weird Fishes by Radiohead. I did that. One Who Bangs Fares at God. Why do I keep saying that? One Who Bears Fangs at God. Turned out amazingly. Chrono Trigger intro theme. Honestly, Ice Palace, Secret of Mana, I keep bringing that up, but I think it's one of my best that I've done. It sounds so good. What else? You know, just songs like that just, they don't necessarily get the most views, but there's just something there that's like a dimension more to it. And I've done a lot of those songs because, you know, I'm attracted to them. Another one I feel the same way about is the Astral Observatory from Majora's Mask. I think that song does something emotionally that is extremely special and powerful. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And it kind of comes down to that. It's like, you either get it or you don't. You know? Like, you either get why Astral Observatory is amazing or you don't. Like my Weird Fishes Radiohead cover, like, you either get why that song is unbelievable or you don't. And I did my best job that I could ever do on that cover because I knew that song deserved it. And, you know, I think it's important. Dex bonus is rating with a party of 876. Oh my gosh. Speaking of someone I haven't seen in a long time. Dodger, what is up? And welcome Raiders. I'm just waxing on about video game music. How ironic, right? I hope you had a good stream, Dodger. Hope you had a fantastic stream. What are these emotes? They're so cute. Oh, it's an actual raid emote. That's awesome. I love the emotes. Well, welcome to the stream. Welcome, Dodger watchers. I'm just chilling. It's been a long time since I've seen Brooke, man. If she's here, how you doing? How's she been doing? I think the last time I saw her was before she got married. Before she had a kid. Wow. It's been a long time since I've like had a real LA trip where I've been able to see everyone. I've been out there a couple times, but never got to see Dodger, Sam, a lot of people. She's in England now. Okay, well that makes sense why I definitely didn't see her last time I went to LA. Well, welcome to the stream. I had a webcam working earlier. This is literally the first time I've streamed in like a year or something. My webcam was working through my capture card, and then my capture card stopped. So I put Charles, my cat, where my webcam was because I don't have a working capture card right now. So we're just kind of chilling with my cat staring at you, listening to the Chrono Trigger intro over and over again. And we were chilling to Link to the Past earlier. This is just literally SNES and chill, Super Nintendo and chill stream. So yeah, hanging out. Your music has introduced me to a lot of games I never played before. A lot of amazing soundtracks out there I'm unaware of. Yes, so many amazing soundtracks out there. Hidden in great games and some not so well known great games. In Xenogears, as I was saying, is one of those. Not a lot of people have played Xenogears. But it's an amazing experience, even though its budget got kind of taken from it and given to Final Fantasy VIII. But you know, that's how it works. Final Fantasy VIII's another great game. I just happen to think Xenogears had even more potential if they would have allowed it to be completed. I haven't played the Xenosaga trilogy. I skipped it. I did play Xenogears, Xenoblade, but skipped Xenosaga. I have heard a lot of the Xenosaga soundtrack because of YouTube requests, honestly. But yeah, good music. I'd like to play the game someday. I actually found you because my boyfriend texted me to link to your Chemical Plant Zone acapella. Ah, nice. That's a good one. That one turned out good. Tunnel Scene is such a banger. Yeah, that's another reason I did Tunnel Scene from that Japanese-only Game Boy game X. And I knew, like, there's no Americans that'll play that game. But that song is so killer. And I worked from someone from a friend from my Discord community. And I arranged that song with them. They did most of the arranging because they were actually pumped that I was even considering doing that song. And when they sent me a mostly completed arrangement, I'm like, dude, I'll finish this. And so, you know, in like a 5-6 day period, I finished that song, and I was pumped to do it because I was pumped to see the reception. Because like only very few people know about that game or that soundtrack. So, or like whenever I did that Toho song back in 2013, you know, it's kind of like not a lot of people played Toho, but it was fun to get messages over the years that I've helped introduce people to cool games, you know, that they wouldn't have heard about otherwise. And getting introduced to it through music is one of the best ways, you know, to get pumped about the soundtrack. So you want to play it. I have not heard of Twisted Tales of Spike McFang. It sounds fake. Co-optional animated. Oh man, that's from a long time ago. Yeah, that Toho one that you and Owen was very hard to put together. That was a challenge to see if I could get it done in my usual, because back then I was putting out a song a week. And that was a song where I was like, man, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to finish this one in a week. But I did. I remember being elated on like a Saturday evening when I was finishing up the last touches, at least of the hard work on it. And I was like, yes, I did it, I did it, I did it. And putting that song out on Monday, fully completed and edited, was just a great feel. Great feeling. You want to know a harder track that was even harder than that one? That you may not expect? That I think about sometimes. The Mount Pyre theme. From, is it Pokemon Emerald? I think it's from Pokemon Emerald. That song was the hardest song I've ever done in 1 week when I was on my weekly schedule. I was working until the morning in which I had to edit the video to finish that freaking song. The song even. And then I had to edit the video and then put it out. And so I got it out on Monday, but it was just like, dude. So if you ever want to look at one of the most intense weekly songs I ever did, go look up Mount Pyre acapella from Pokemon Emerald, I believe it was. And yeah, dude, that was an intense one. You'll know just by pulling it up. It's got like 12 frames or 16 frames. It's got a lot of frames. There's just so many parts, and they're so very intricate. And I wanted to do that song because it's a fantastic song. It's one of those hidden gems. And it was cool after I put it out. It got great reception. And I think it turned out so good because I spent so long, longer than I should have even on parts. Like I would redo parts over and over and over and over and over again until they sounded like I wanted them to, you know? Because being a perfectionist is part of, I think, what made my channel so good, is being willing to take the time that those songs deserved. Rather than what I did in the first couple weeks of my channel, which is just kind of like throw up an acapella as like kind of a tech demo. It's really what it felt like. It was like, oh, this is what this sounds like if you do this, because no one was doing that back then. I'd never heard of a video game acapella. The only acapella I knew of was like Manhattan Transfer, like stuff my parents showed me, really. I was like, what if you acapella a Zelda song? And so my first few songs are pretty rough, but by the time I was like doing, yeah, You and Owen was her Mount Pyre, it was like, man, I know what it takes to make these songs sound as good as the original composer wanted it to with your voice. So I'd spend like an entire day on a bass line, or like an entire day on the percussion, that kind of stuff. Not just throw it together. So yeah, if you're ever bored, pull up Mount Pyre, listen to it. That is the most intense weekly song I ever did, without a doubt. Now, there's some more intense songs, obviously, like One Winged Angel took me like 3 weeks. Or like Gower Plains, that took 2 weeks. That was a really intense song. So there's some other ones. They're pretty intense, but I let myself take longer on those. Yes, Julio, welcome back. Link to the Past has morphed into Chrono Trigger. Porky, I think so. Yeah. After going to gaming conventions, I started realizing like how many people would like, get inspired by seeing some dude freaking sing video game covers consistently and constantly at high quality on the internet. And it was even cool because like meeting people like Lara668, who I had seen do video covers before, or Family Jules 7X, who I'd seen, do video game covers before I ever did, and meeting them, and then kind of like fanboying because I was like, yeah, man, I seen your stuff like from like 2011, 2012, and then all of a sudden like being like a peer of those guys. When I used to look at them, and be like, wow, 50,000 subscribers, that's crazy, and all of a sudden they're like wanting to like collab with me or like tell me that they like my stuff. I'm like, this is crazy, this is weird. And then you just realize they're just good people, They're just really good people. There's a lot of like hope in that whenever you meet people that you used to watch or admire. Like John Tron was like that for me. John, like meeting him, and he was just a dude and he was awesome. He was just a guy who was just pumped about video games, just like he seemed in the Game Grumps episodes or whatever. And he was just like the nicest guy, the most genuine guy that you'd ever meet. And just meeting these people, and it's been such a fun thing. And even think about who rated me. Dodger, meeting her for the first time, she commented on my pants and she was like, those are awesome. I'm like, oh crap, I made these. And just start a conversation about like clothes or whatever. And just like, it's fun meeting people that you watch on the internet or were fans of or had subscribed to on YouTube. It's fun. I'm just rambling, I'm sorry. This is a chill stream. It's aimless. We're just talking. Yeah, Eugene, and when it turns around, that freaked me out. Like Chris O'Neill, Oni and G, like whenever he posted my freaking YouTube videos on his channel, because he liked them so much, I was just freaking out because I've been a huge fan of like Dragon's Ball P and all this Harry Potter, that stuff he used to do. Like I was a huge fan of all that. Like I would link that to my friends, or like Aaron's Pokemon animations, Poke Awesome. I would link that to my friends on Facebook, like years and years before, or even a couple of years before Smooth McGroove. And all of a sudden, it's like these people are like fans of my videos. That's humbling, and it's really fun, and it makes you realize that if you just like allow life to be fun and you put hard work into what you enjoy, cool things can happen. You can make friends you never thought you would have. You get invited to weddings you never thought you'd get invited to. Julio, I hope you have a fantastic meeting. And again, thank you for banning someone earlier. That was great. Highlight of the stream. Crazy person, what's up? Hope you have a good work day. Sorry I'm not streaming drums, so you can request your song. Just say the words and I can drop the hammer. Dude, I didn't even say anything. And you dropped the hammer. That was like, I was about to like click on it myself, but you did it. That was great. See, I love it when the mods use that hammer whenever it calls for it, It's like walk softly, but carry that big stick. I love that. I love it when my mods are chill and nice and happy people and like community oriented, but then whenever someone walks in and it's time to say nope, they get noped hard. I like that. Oh, so Julio, you've been getting some practice. That's good. PD, that's awesome. I like your name, PD Piranha. Yep, Mount Pyre. I'm proud of that one. You don't think the damage amounts in the intro for this game are truly randomized? Yeah. I think it's... I've never noticed that, but... That makes sense that it would just be kind of pre-recorded. But it's cool because it's like done in the game engine. Because this was before the years of being able to put QuickTime events in your games. Yeah, it was really fun, Kishinobi, going back and doing the Ocarina of Time intro, because that to me is a really special song. And that was one that deserved to be redone. It shows like, you know, like doing a song in like a day or two versus like spending the time that it deserves, which that song deserved it. It's a beautiful Koji Kondo composition. Speaking of Oni, do you watch Oni Plays? I catch him sometimes. Like ever since, to be 100% honest, whenever John left Game Grumps, I stopped watching gameplay videos. Because it didn't seem like that was it for me. Like whenever Danny came in and did that, I just didn't, it wasn't popping for me. But I have seen Oni and his crew do it, and they're extra funny, a little dark sometimes, but it's great. I'm a huge fan of his humor. He's funny. He's this hilarious guy. And I would probably enjoy him if I watched him regularly. I just don't watch gameplay videos anymore. Oh no, I don't hate Danny. Danny's an awesome guy. It's not the same flavor. It doesn't have the same edge to it that John had. I loved John's edge because he's just so real. He's so fearless, even though he was very scared of what people would think about him. If John started doing Let's Plays or like live streaming, I would watch it, every single one. As long as he was being real. Which is really easy to tell with John, if he's being real or not, or if he's scripted. I love John's scripted stuff too. He's hilarious. John and I have played WoW together a few times. But he's a busy boy. Yeah, sometimes it's just like, I just don't spend the time watching gameplay videos like I used to. Like, back in 2013, my routine every day was like, I would eat lunch at my desk and I would turn on a John and Aaron episode. And I would watch one episode while I was eating my lunch. I would do that every single day. And that was I loved it. It was great. It was like my routine. And then that stopped. And I stopped that routine. It kind of makes me want to go back and watch the John and Aaron episodes like all over again. Odious Stooge, thank you for the Prime. I really appreciate the Prime. Live streams are better. Live streams have a different feel. They do. They're fun when you catch them live. Not quite as fun when you catch them later. Indeed, Stooge. It's good to be back. Yeah, I don't even tend to watch gaming stuff on YouTube anymore. Most of the YouTube videos I watch are just completely random things I'm just curious about. Like the Glenn Danzig interview from 1986 I was watching last night. I was telling you guys about. Like, it's just random things. I watched an hour and a half of like Glenn Danzig talking to a Thrasher reporter. And then like the day before, I think I watched like an hour video of some guy smelting a bar of gold in his house. That was really freaking interesting. He like smelted a bar of gold out of a bunch of scrap gold and silver. With all the chemicals and everything. My head is really big. Thank you for the 3 months. You listen to high quality rips now? I like those too. You like Danny's disappointed mom sounding? Aaron, yeah. Yeah, Danny's definitely funny. It's a different type of humor. It almost feels like, and this is just my opinion, it's like, Danny feels like family friendly. Like, Danny and Aaron is like family friendly grumps. Like, you know, where like John and Aaron was like, there was an edge there and there was a boundary that was always being pushed, and it was like, it was exciting. I loved it. It would crack me up because Aaron, because John would push. John would push, and Aaron would like work with that push in his funny way, and it was just such a good dynamic. I loved it. Gentle Fate, thank you for the 3 months. Been listening to your music a while, playing WoW. Perfect soundtrack to the game. That's awesome. Danny and Aaron would still be NSF. Yeah, it's not that they wouldn't be NSFW, but it's just like there's like a way to be NSFW that's like kind of like predictable, and then there's the unpredictable way, where John would just he would go off on something hilarious and weird, and sometimes just like what, and Aaron would like get embarrassed or pull him back or try to like say, "What are you talking?" It was just this dynamic that was so real, and it wasn't even just that it was NSFW. It was like off the wall. It was like completely unpredictable. Whereas like, you know, the way that I haven't seen tons of Danny and Aaron since back in the day, because it wasn't vibing with me the same way, but it was so much more predictable. It was almost like it was scripted. I know it wasn't scripted, but it almost felt like it was more scripted. More like kind of they were playing on like a preset dynamic, whereas Aaron and John did not have a preset dynamic. It was just this volatile thing that was happening live in front of your face. And I loved it so much. It was so fun. So, anyways, that's just my opinion. Oh, man. Man. Yeah, I haven't watched a single Let's Play in probably a year or two. In fact, probably the last Let's Play I watched was an Oni Let's Play with him and his buddies playing some silly game. I just watch random crap on YouTube now. I don't even have like channels that I'm subscribed to that I watch consistently. I have channels that I'm subscribed to, but I watch them very inconsistently and just randomly. Like there's this channel I watch that literally just like documents mysterious megalithic buildings and structures all over the planet Earth. And I watch, and that's one of the more consistent ones I watch. It's like, you know, they go to some random part of Siberia, and there's like crazy, weird, ancient castle-looking things that are made of all one rock, and they're like, what are these? And, you know, they go talk to the locals or whatever, or they like, you know, do research, and they try to find out like how old these are, and because, you know, a lot of these things aren't documented in history books, or if they are, they're wrong. Yeah, things like Göbekli Tepe. But there's even weirder stuff than that. Göbekli Tepe is weird because they literally someone buried that. And some of these other ones are buried too. Like, did you know all the ancient Sumerian cities were buried? Like, intentionally? In like the Mayan temples down in Central America, even the huge one, the Sun Temple, they were like buried, seemingly intentionally. Someone buried a lot of these unbelievably ancient ruins all over the earth at some point, or destroyed them at some point, or they were destroyed at some point. Anyways, this is a rabbit hole I go down a lot of times, but that is extremely interesting to me. I love it. So I watch some of that stuff sometimes because that's what YouTube is for me. Interesting things. I don't tend to watch a whole lot of just entertaining content, videos. I watch weird things that I learned from. There you go, Peter. There's the joke. There are 2 Oni Plays eras. I did not know that. I just haven't kept up. Boy, it's already past noon. And it is still snowing outside. It's been a cold winter. Oh, I hope Dex Bonus has a good first subathon. That sounds like fun. Yes, Annie, sometimes you do have to pick and choose what you do with your time. Wonko, I have heard about that, yes. Planet Earth is extremely old and has been through so much.
mildly cheery in SoCal. It is freezing. It has been frozen here in Oklahoma. Just straight up frozen, like sub zero temperatures for a few days now. Or like there's been ice on the ground that just has not melted, and it just keeps coming. I walked outside a couple mornings ago, and it's just like the grass is frozen, and it just crunches under your feet like just frozen glass. Just now realized that I'm Smooth McGroove? Yes, that I am. Not used to hearing my voice, my speaking voice, yeah. You're used to hearing me do falsetto a cappella. You're used to hearing me sing like this. What's up, guys? Smooth McGroove? I sing in this voice most of the time. Unless I'm doing a bass track, then I'm singing in this voice. But when I'm singing, it's usually like this. But if I talk like this, then it's like I'm talking like a girl, and it's kind of strange, huh? It takes a little bit more effort, and my voice cracks down because it's like, I just want to talk like normal, please, thank you. When I sing with Chrono Trigger, the timing's off. Is it off? Is that on beat? Is that off or is that on? Any musicians in here? I'm always interested in like the sync. It's not on beat. Oh, it's off sync. Wow. This is why I had to have a special setup for my drum streams, because of the desyncing for OBS. OBS does not allow audio syncing. It's so lame. Some of you may remember my first drum streams back in 2016, where I tried to drum stream with this happening. It was so maddening. Where I'd be drumming and it would just be not on beat to what I was drumming along with. Oh my gosh. That was so frustrating. Not a musician, just an audiophile. I respect that. As an audiophile, you probably really appreciate my recording setup, because it's an audiophile recording setup with my speakers, my room treatment, my audio interface, positioning of speakers relative to myself, everything. I even have ceiling treatment. It's very it's very extra. But you know what? I'm an audio nerd. I can do it. My excuse is I do it for a living. So there you go. Oh yeah, Porky, the only reason I call out musicians is because it's really easy for musicians, you know, when they work with music all the time to pick out if music is on sync or not. But there's a lot of secret talented people that don't mess with music too much, that are just like secretly talented at music, but they never use it. People with secret good ears. Very good ears. Does my wall still have all the scribbles? Yes, I haven't touched that wall. You'll be happy to know that that wall has not been touched. In fact, nothing in there has been touched. I've dusted the drum set like once, because it was getting dusty after like a year. But yeah. The other part of that room that is not on camera was actually used as like an experimental resin art table. At the end of last year, I started messing with resin art. There's like an air filter in there now, and like parchment paper over a desk with all these buckets and cups and tools. I'm an audio nerd for a living? Yeah. I make music for a living. I mix music for a living. I master music for a living. My own music. I sing music for a living. I think that qualifies me as an audio nerd. Do the Garuda clap. Hey, what's up, Cham? It's good to see you. The Dead Sec, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Everybody get up, it's time to slam now.
I love Space Jam. Can we get a Chrono Trigger Space Jam mashup? They're both from the 90s. We can do it, right? Let's make it happen. In fact, they're both mid-90s. It could be like Kingdom Hearts, where they cross over universes. The Space Jam universe and the Chrono Trigger universe. I'd watch it. I'd play it. I'd listen to it. I'd buy the soundtrack. I'd stream it on Spotify. Dude, yeah, if Silva Gunner, or if they did that already, I want to hear it, because that's like perfectly up their alley. I didn't even think how up their alley that is. Some high quality rips, Chrono Trigger, some Space Jam, some Space Jam spread all over that bread. Future Rush, yeah, it was a grind. It was a grind, and I've been on that grind a few times, but I gotta admit, it's really motivating to have like a week schedule for that kind of stuff, to challenge yourself, to stretch your muscles. Your sister and you watch Space Jam every day for a month? Wow, that almost seems like some type of like psychological experiment. Now I'm singing Space Jam in my head, harmonizing with this song. Oh, you play this on the DS? I forgot. Yeah, they put this out on like the DS and the PlayStation and stuff and things. Yes, it has been a while since the last jam session. Jam, you missed the whole webcam drama. My webcam froze, and I think my capture card broke on stream, live on stream, with a wonderful freeze frame of my face. It was like the pose, you know, one does not simply walk into Mordor, when Boromir is saying that. I was pretty much making that exact same face, the exact same angle, with my hand up like he had it. It was pretty well timed. But unfortunately, I think my capture card is broken. Found out that it's not my camera though, and not the cables, so that's good. It was similar lighting. Yeah, you're right. That evening lighting. Yeah, Julio Banda guy. That was cool. Highlight. The only version of Chrono Trigger I ever played was the Super Nintendo one. But I had some friends in high school who went back and revisited a lot of the old JRPGs that they released on PlayStation 1. The Final Fantasies and stuff, and Chrono Trigger. So I watched them play some of that. But that was already when I was into like Diablo 2 BattleNet gameplay. Trading my Frostburn gauntlets for Stones of Jordan. My gold skins armor for Silks of the Victor. I have not played Mother 3, no. I have never completely played any Mother game. I've played Earthbound, about halfway through or quarter way through. I can't measure. But that was when I was making some weekly videos, and I just stopped. It was fun though. I kind of wish I beat it. Makes me want to go back and beat it. But they're just like, when I was working on music full time like that, I didn't have the game fever. I didn't feel like I had the space to like play a game the way I wanted to, which is, you know, 8 hours a day. When I get into an RPG, I get into it. Like this past summer, I got into the original Phantasy Star for Sega Master System, and I beat it in like 3 days. I just devoured it. And I also played Oblivion, literally like 6-7 hours each day, maybe more. Beat it in a couple days.
No, it wasn't a couple days. I was doing that for like a week. And then I jumped into Skyrim, and again, I realized I like Skyrim, I just don't like it as much as Oblivion. The world is just so much more glum and snowy and cold and gray. I love the world of Oblivion. I need to install that Skyrim, the tropical Skyrim mod that turns the world of Skyrim into like a tropical paradise, but keeps the same story and everything. I think I could get down with that. This is my yearly stream. Did I resist the urge to play a sneak attack bow character? You know, I actually stopped playing Skyrim about a third of the way through, so I think I did sneak attack bow. I think that's what I did. And I think I did that on Oblivion too. It's just so fun for me. It's just, I love it. That's what I did back in the day. That's what I did again. I love the Oblivion story. I'm glad to hear you like it too. And if Elder Scrolls 6 is as good as I hope it is, well, I'll be a happy boy. Joey B, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 3 months. Porky, have some good tea. You're making me want to make some tea. Shivering Isles expansion. That was a really good expansion, honestly. That was real. Like, I got into that. I played through all that this last summer. Don't have the faith to assume. Yeah, it's hard because, you know, getting hyped up about any game. I just kind of let it happen. Like Breath of the Wild, of course I was hyped, but I kept it inside. And I just let it happen because you never know. And with Breath of the Wild, for me, it turned out to be one of my favorite games I've ever played. With Skyrim, it turned out to be a great Elder Scrolls game, but I didn't quite enjoy it as much as Oblivion. So it's just like, you just kind of roll with it. Elder Scrolls Online, I played the beta, and it disappointed me enough to not play it ever again. I've heard it's gotten a lot better though, so I'd probably enjoy it. Especially exploring the world that they created, where you can actually go explore every single zone. That would be awesome. In fact, that would be like a fun stream game, truly. Like just to hop on Elder Scrolls Online and just go exploring. And, you know, do whatever was necessary just so I could explore. You know another MMO I loaded up recently? That's speaking of exploring an open world that I love? Middle-earth Online, aka Lord of the Rings Online. I leveled a new Hobbit, went and explored the Shire, ran to Bree, ran all the way to Rivendell, went down to Mordor for the first time, traversed Parth Galen, went to Minas Tirith for the first time. Man, I love that game just because it's in the Lord of the Rings universe. It's so good. It's literally like World of Warcraft, but just Lord of the Rings. I'll have to stream that sometime. We can go on a Middle-earth exploration. We can take the hobbits to Isengard finally, and not just have to go to Rivendell and stop. Eirik knows. Eirik's been playing some. He's been fishing in Middle-earth. Lotro is amazing. If you're a fan of Middle-earth, Tolkien's universe, Lotro is just killer. They actually made the world accurate to the books. Even more, it's closer to the books than the movies, and that's beautiful because Tolkien created them so well. Oh, it's so fun. In fact, I logged in yesterday and went running around. I'm just a little hobbit, and I like emote at people and do silly things and say silly things in world chat. And I go kill some things every once in a while because I'm a burglar. I'm a hobbit burglar like Bilbo. Neocron, definitely never heard of that. Yeah, Amazon is making a Lord of the Rings MMO, or at least something like an MMO. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Wonko, thank you for confirming. Now we know. What did I name my hobbit? My hobbit is named Oop. OOP. I was just trying to tag like silly names. And since the game's been out like 13 years, almost 14, it's really hard to tag silly names. But I typed in OOP, hit enter, and it worked. So that's what I was stuck with. So I got a little female hobbit burglar named Oop running around the Brandywine server. Yeah, and Oop wasn't taken. I was so surprised. I was like, that's a great little burglar name. Like, Oop, gotcha. Oop, stole it from you. Oop, pickpocketed. I love it. Oop, backstabbed. It felt like divine providence that I have a little hobbit named Oop. I still have my original characters too. I have a character named Give, which I logged in and was talking in world chat, and they're like, you're an old player, huh? I'm like, yeah. They're like, with the name like that, you know, names like that haven't been available since the beginning. Oop, there she is. And Lord of the Rings Online is great because it's one of those old school MMOs where you can have like a last name. And so, you know, Oop, C. I can be Oopsie. I even joined a kinship, which is a guild. And it was nice. It's like the nicest guild that I've ever been in that game. Hey, what's up, Allie? Allie Rose Petal. Got the latest album? That's awesome. Turned out pretty well. I'm just talking about Lord of the Rings Online. I'm a Tolkien nerd. I love the movies. I love the books. I love it all. I have destroyed plenty of orcs in Lord of the Rings Online in the past, like, 6 months. Well, I guess it hadn't been 6 months. I loaded up the game in November. Like 4 months. I don't even play every day, but it's one of those fun games to get on and just like run around and goof off, and because it's free to play, you don't have to have a sub. Because like my sub to Classic WoW ran out in October. Because I was logging in to kind of like goof off with my Classic WoW guild, but that sub ran out, and I just didn't really feel like playing an MMO with like any dedication, any obligation. So I was like, I'll just load up Lord of the Rings, and it's been kind of fun, super casual, absolutely anonymous on there. No one knows I'm Smooth McGroove. I'm just a burglar running around. But it would be fun to stream, have to admit. Middle-earth Adventures. We could do a fishing stream. Iric would like that. Charles, what's up, buddy? I think he's getting hungry. You want some food, man? Yeah, the films do a good job, but man, 9 hours to cover like all 3 Lord of the Rings books is just, you can't do that. Like, they completely skipped the Grey Company traveling to meeting up with Aragorn. They skipped so much stuff. Charles doing great. This is the 3rd time he's hopped up in my lap since I've started streaming. He's forcing his little butt to sit down on my small lap. Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable, you little fuzzy boy? I'm petting his whole head right now. All of it. Yeah, that's good. You smell like... Oh, he smells like his litter. That's what he smells like. Got like a scent to it. Hey, what's up, Rosa? Charles, do you like Chrono Trigger? You're in my Chrono Trigger video. Did you know that? Dude, I've done 2 Chrono Trigger songs. I never did the wind scene. Why didn't I do the wind scene? 600 AD. Charles, what are you getting? Are you getting things? You want to say something to them? He's like right next to the mic. Say something. Say something to them. Tell them hello. Say hi. He's like, what are you doing? Buddy. Your friend tried to do a book report on Lord of the Rings, but he did the movie instead. Yeah, you're gonna run into some problems there. You're gonna run into some major problems. What are you getting? You're getting stuff. Is it because you're a cat? You gotta get things? Am I considering making more covers? Yeah, I've already worked on some in the past year, believe it or not. I just haven't finished anything. But I plan on it. And honestly, I think it would be fun to get back on a weekly schedule and kind of have a goal again as far as like, you know, doing a video every Monday like I used to. That was really fun. Or maybe work on some more difficult stuff and try to get it done in 2 weeks. I work really well when I have a deadline, I've noticed. When I make a deadline for myself. So, well, maybe we'll do that soon. Maybe I'll finish something. What's up, buddy? Are you purring into the microphone? He's purring into the microphone. It's like sniffing it. Can you? Yeah, you can hear him. He's like right up against it. He's like leaning. Oh, he's like doing that cat thing on the microphone, like rubbing his lips on it. Yeah. Minecraft covers one I've started working on last year. We've got a few songs in the works. Nothing is completely finished. At least as far as YouTube videos. Charles, what are you doing? How's your day? Are you having a good day? Is it a good day? Yeah? What's up? Cats live such simple lives. It's so nice. Am I playing the game? Or am I going to play the game? I don't know. I'm not sure if I feel like jumping into Chrono Trigger right now, but this intro is epic. I can play through the beginning. What I really want to do is fix my webcam situation. I really want to just like shut down my computer and see if my capture card is actually dead. So I can figure out what to do. Because if my capture card's dead, I either have to A, order another one, which I probably do, or B, figure out another situation and maybe get a standalone webcam. I need to figure that out, because having my capture card die on stream is very shocking. Did not expect that today. I mean, hecking gosh, you're right. Those things obviously suck. And those things are also excuses for me to not do anything on YouTube. I've been hit with a lot of stuff like that. We talked about that earlier, actually. But the truth is, like, I still enjoy posting stuff on YouTube. It's cool that people still watch me. Like, it's wild that I gain subscribers every single day, even though I haven't posted anything in a year and a half. Like, I feel really special. Wow. Thank you, Allie, for subscribing for 14 months. And look at that first. Haven't seen a first in a while. Now, that means that you were one of the first 25 subs to the channel, if I remember correctly? Is that what that means? Kilkley was in here the last time I streamed, and he had one of those. And you guys are the only two that I've seen. I heard you're popular in Japan. I was told by the creator of Mega Man's translator that I am popular in Japan, and that they play my stuff in arcades a lot over there, especially in Osaka. Which makes me want to go to Japan and go to one of their arcades, because that would be great. Year of the Ox today. Interesting. But I was really flattered to hear that about the Japanese arcades. And that kind of stuff, it's like, it just feels so good to like know that people from like the home country of like a lot of this music that I love pay attention to it somehow. Rosa, thank you for 21 months. I was your first sub on Twitch ever? Wow. Well, welcome back for the 21st time. Welcome back, Rosa and Ali. You guys usually come as a pair ever since the old days. It's been great. I love seeing names that were around from the beginning, like, still pop around. It's so fun for me. It's like, it's worth it just to stream to see you guys' old names pop up. Because it makes, you guys are like anchors. It feels like anchors of a community or something like that.
Like, oh yeah, here they are, back again. It's been like 8 years or whatever. It's really fun. That's what makes Twitch fun for me. And even Discord, like the people who hang out on Discord, like that's a whole separate community that kind of like blends into Twitch a little bit. It's fun to have that active. Welcome to the stream, Jor. Welcome first time. Maybe I'm the anchor? Oh, you're turning it back on me, huh? I guess I am the one who has to like push the stream button. So I have Charles, like, he's like sitting on me and like laying on my hand that's suspended in the air, if you know what I'm talking about. My hand is like tensed in a pedestal and he's laying on it. And my hand is getting tired. Oh, and right when I said that, he moved. Good. Oh my gosh. There he goes. He was done. That's all he needed. Mario 3D World today? Is that a reference to something? I don't get it. Is it like a re-release or something? I'm glad you think so, Frostysaurus. Oh, they released it on Switch. Okay, so it's like a re-release. I haven't played that game in years. The original, anyways. I think I played that with Sloan Slater on Smooth Games back in the day. We got pretty far in it. That was a fun game to two-player. How's life? It's good. But I think I'm going to turn the stream off, guys, and I'm going to figure out this webcam situation. If my capture card is truly broken, I'm going to have to take it out of my computer and figure out something. But this has been a good, 4 hours, 45 minutes-ish stream. It's been exciting. Thank you guys all for the subs. The hype on the initial first 30 minutes was crazy. And sorry that my webcam situation broke. And I hope you guys enjoyed me searching for the webcam and then chilling out and talking about video game music for hours. When I get my webcam situation back, I will stream again. I want to do this at least semi-regularly. It's too fun not to. Too fun not to just load up some games and chill and talk. And maybe we'll actually play some games this next time instead of just chilling. But either way, I had a good time. We'll do it again soon. And, yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Charles says bye-bye.